What's going on, E Will? What's going on, Kwame? Give me 1 second, we can start. I got a double topic today too. Kwame actually might like this topic. So it's actually a good topic, everyone. I'm gonna say this. We're gonna talk about the Diddy case. If anybody want to say anything about Diddy today, you can, by all means. If you want to get, if you want to wear the kufi hat today with the, the dashiki, with the Malcolm X glasses, you can, you know. Give me a second. Shout out to was it Ilya or something like that? Shout out to you. Um, so the topic we're gonna be talking about today. Oh, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins. We have a great show today. The show that we have today is did he get sentenced to 4 years? The second topic is if Black Americans ever move back to Africa. Actually, what if Black Americans move back to Africa? You know, so we're gonna be doing those two topics today. Give me a second, everyone. The reason why I picked those two topics exactly, to personally be honest, I was watching I don't know if I was watching a channel or whatnot, and you always hear about black people. Oh, what happened if black people move back to Africa and stuff like that, and yada yada yada. Um, it's a very interesting question, and the reason why it's a very interesting question is two things can happen. It actually might work, or all the shit might just go left. You know, the reason why I say it might work because there might actually be people that we can actually have solidarity with. There actually can be somebody who can work with us. The bad part about it, shit can go left and these motherfuckers selling black people again. You know, actually they never stopped selling black people or Africans or whatever you want to call. Um, so it's an abnormal question. There's certain things that we can think about, and you have to you know, take it if you ever do move down there. Hold on 1 second. Take it if you really ever do go move down there. First thing is lifestyle. Second thing is what is given to you, such as like say some bullshit happen. Will you be able to survive? Third thing is where you gonna live at. You know, it's not like in America you can find a place and you'll be fine. We can't go down there with no $2 in our fucking pocket. I will tell you if it was a bad or good idea. It's a very interesting question because we always hear Africans, oh yo, you need to move back to Africa, be with your peoples, and yada yada yada. Wear this kufi right here, dress in my African clothes, and all this crazy shit. It's a weird situation. But we'll get into that later. I think that's going to be the main topic, but the subtopic will be: did he get sentenced to 4 years? It's a very sensitive question, and the reason why, it's a very sensitive topic because the motherfucker got kids. He got like 10 kids. Like yeah, Diddy was a billionaire. He's not a billionaire no more after this case, man. So it's Money dries up if you don't be doing anything for it. That's why he was selling stuff, liquidating things and stuff. He knew this case was coming. You know. Peace. What's going on? FBA convo. Salute, salute. Um, it's a weird situation, man. I would can say that, and the reason why I can say it is because whoever would thought this would happen to Diddy. Everybody knew Diddy was a freak. Diddy been doing weird shit for years. Remember, he was wild. This nigga was in a club with his pants down, and I think it was in South Beach. That nigga always turned the fuck up. That's why that's why you gotta understand too. When Diddy was saying all this gay shit and stuff like that, because it was a homosexual. He was acting like a homosexual. Let's all be personally honest about it. It's a great day for B. Yeah, FBA, absolutely. It's always a good day being black. It just anywhere you go, people hate you because they want to be you. People hate on your progress, your achievement. People always have to manipulate things just so they can look good. It's just that's just how life is, man. Life is beautiful. Oh, I burnt this egg. Um, I do want to say this though. Shout out to Diddy's team, man. I thought Diddy was gonna get a few months or even a year and a half. I didn't think he was gonna get 4 years. You know, but watching the case and the thing about it, I think Diddy went to jail for being a trick, and slutting out women. You know, but the question is, if Diddy's in jail for that, what about Adam 22? What about these adult industry people that do the same shit that Diddy does? I feel like personally this. If Diddy was hiring was it adult celebrities, adult entertainer celebrities, then those people who were selling these people should be in jail. And I'm talking about the industry. I don't think it should just be Diddy. You know, and I'm not hating on nobody's hustle and stuff like that. If you can fuck for a buck, man, you're in luck, man. You'll be the dude off of what's his name? Off of Kill Bill, Buck who likes to fuck. So it happens, man. I'd say this. It's a lesson learned. I think personally, honest, I think that the judge was hating on Diddy. Cause he was like, oh yeah, he was about to go do a interview. Yeah, he was about to do an interview to say don't do this shit. He was about to do what what's his name did. Give me a second. He was about to do what fucking T.I. did when he got caught with all those guns. You know? I don't know, man. It's a sad situation, and the reason why it's a sad situation is because we didn't expect Diddy to go to jail this long. Yeah, 5 years. You gotta understand too. Biblically, it's like some Sodom and Gomorrah shit. I'm gonna be personally honest. If you don't know who Sodom and Gomorrah is, God told him stop doing all these sex parties, these orgies, this homosexuality and sodomy and stuff. They didn't listen to God, so God burned that motherfucker down. He set brimstone on that bitch. So it's a lesson learned, man. This shit will come out to light, and like, I'm gonna be personally honest. Technically, you can look at it as a swinger party. You know, it's a swinger party. Everybody's fucking each other, and everybody's cool with it. Do I think Diddy forced her? I think Diddy tricked her into like fucking a whole bunch of guys. But there's nothing wrong with tricking somebody into fuck a whole bunch of guys. Bitches trick guys all the time. Let me tell you something. In certain relationships I used to be in, a lot of girls used to say, "Oh, yo, I'll cook for you every day, yada yada yada." Yo, within 5 months, them bitches stopped doing that. Oh, just sorry. They stopped doing it. You know, it's because you know what? They just want you. You know, and probably what you can offer. Once they get what you can offer, then that's it, man. That shit stops. The dick sucking goes down. You know, fucking every day goes down. It just comes with the territory, man. Um, Diddy is different because at the end of the day, Cassie had to entertain all the time because Diddy wasn't. First of all, Diddy wasn't married to her. Diddy had like fucking 9 kids. You know, this wasn't like this wasn't nothing new that Cassie knew about. Cassie was probably already fucking before she met Diddy. You know, like let's be honest. You don't think the industry ran through Cassie? That's why she didn't get a deal because they ran through her so fast. She was fucking before she even got a deal. You know, niggas running trains on her. You know, fucking her and she sucking. Yo, doing DPs. Yo, she was probably doing everything, man. You know. And depending on what type of person you are, being a swinger, the guys was probably fucking guys. You know? Like, don't get me wrong, I have been to swinger parties. You know? There's people that's why when Diddy was like, yo, do you like to party or do you party? The code word for party is like, oh yo, do you like to have a good time, drink, probably fuck one or two girls and stuff, or do you like to party, like drink, probably do some coke, fuck guys and girls? Do you like to be? Would you want to experiment? That's why when Diddy said, when you want to party with me, that's what it meant. It wasn't like those are just code words for swingers. You gotta. It depends who hosts the parties and stuff like that. This is the part of the lifestyle. This is. Let me tell you something. I don't think people who know how important and how a part of these swinger parties is to this industry. That's why they call it the Hollywood, because at the end of the day, this is how people market each other. It's a weird lifestyle, man. That's why I say I have been to swinger parties. Have I ever let a fucking guy touch on me? I'll stab a motherfucker if he do some shit like that. I'm not no fucking Terry Crews. A nigga will be in the hospital and another nigga will be in the jail, and I think I will be in jail, buddy. It just it's an immorality thing that people have been doing for years. Like, let me tell you something. They've been doing this shit ever since England. These Europeans and stuff like that, and this is why I never understood why they said black Americans are very over-sexualized. When this shit was happening in Europe and Greek, and this is all Greek fucking culture. This is Roman culture. Getting drunk, fuck, have fun, probably forget what happened. Like it comes with the lifestyle, man. I'm gonna be personally honest. I'm gonna be personally honest. It comes with the lifestyle. The reason why it comes with the lifestyle is because this, I don't know if it's a sick fetish for rich people, but if you notice, a lot of rich people are fucking ugly. Most rich people, they work all day, and when they do fuck, they fuck. You think they're gonna tell their wife that they bisexual or some shit like that? Nah. Some will because they have money and they be like, yo, fuck it, I got money. You could stay with me while, I'm plowing this guy or sucking a pole. Or you could go back to that fucking six by six fucking apartment. A bitch gonna be like, fuck it. Let him fuck as many guys as you want. Then you gotta understand what the benefit she's getting. She get the fuck too. She get to get the fake tits and stuff and the liposuction and probably don't have to fucking cook. All she has to do is look good. You know? That's why, let me tell you something. That's why when Myron got caught, having a fake relationship, the bitch exposed him. First of all, he should have just let that shit die out and say, like, yeah, she has a boyfriend. I can't get mad. We're still friends and shit like that. This bitch went in on him, talk about he had a little wee-wee and shit. Talk about we didn't really fuck, Then she did. And let me tell you something. Angie's probably dating a fucking construction worker. I'm just being personally honest. That rich life isn't cut out so people think it is. Most of those people who are rich, they need therapists anyways. You don't think Cassie needed a fucking therapist? Cassie been needed a therapist before she got even in the industry. She participated. And the reason why I'm saying she participated, because I heard stories about her putting her hands on fucking Kim Porter. That's Diddy's ex-wife. What's today? Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's like I said, it comes with the territory of doing bullshit. You know. That's why I don't really feel too bad for Cassie, because Cassie knew what she was getting herself into. She chose money out of fucking sanity. A lot of people would. So it's. I can't get mad at Diddy as much. You know? I just personally think it just caught up with him. So. Shit like that does catch up with you, man. You out here doing bullshit. Somebody's gonna have to pick up the shit. I'm just being personally honest. I don't even know why I put my AC. Oh, right here. I'm looking for this. Yeah. So it comes with the bullshit. I think it fucked it up for Diddy because she was light-skinned and pregnant. Like, if you notice, only two people said anything bad about Diddy. It was Cassie and Daphne. Now Daphne's going to have to provide for herself. Is she going to be able to do it? Or is she going to bring Fifth? Is she going to bring 50 to the to court? Y'all want to hear my theory? I think Diddy 50 was it? Diddy got Diddy. Yeah. Fact. I believe that Let It Go Let's Get It 004. Shout out to you too. I think he did get Diddy because at the end of the day he got fucked over. Only thing he should have got charged for is tricking. You know how many motherfuckers be tricking on hoes and stuff and not go to jail? Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots. That motherfucker was That motherfucker was Give me a second. That motherfucker was a very consistent customer at brothels, at the massage parlors with them Asian women. Motherfuckers ain't look at him as a freaky ass nigga. This is why I say it's double standard. And I'm talking about they got videos of Robert Kraft paying for pussy. Technically, this is only he say, she say. They have no evidence of proving this shit. I'm just being personally honest. If anybody should go to jail, it should be Daphne Joy, because Daphne Joy was cash apping these people. And all Diddy had to say is like, she said she needed money, she wanted money. There you go. They have videos of saying like, you want a party tonight? They say no. Oh, okay. That was Diddy. Diddy said, you gotta go. The nigga wasn't on no gorilla pimping. That motherfucker was just trying to have fun, you know? He was trying to release the beast, you know? Like, to me, this is I will say this is a public and media lynching. They're trying to kill Diddy's career, and I think put it this way, they're trying to kill Diddy's career, but I think they just made his career bigger than since fucking Biggie. I'm being personally honest. I think once he gets out of jail, his career is gonna be bigger than since they had Biggie. I'm just being honest about it. They made a star out this motherfucker. They made a star out of another. They made a star out of a star. You know? Oh shit. Everybody, I forgot to say, like and subscribe and comment in the live chat, and also subscribe. And if you want to donate, I'll put it in the live chat. Oh, I'll put it in the live chat, and I'm gonna say this. Give me a second. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna put it in the live chat, and if you can't donate, don't worry about it. Just share. I'm not gonna be strong on like how most people are with money. I just want you to, if you appreciate the art and the craft I have, if you can, you can. If you can't, I understand. It's tough times right now. But like I said, give me a second. Let me put this in a live chat for y'all. But yeah, I think they fucked over who's going to mess with him. Oh, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. In this industry, this industry, let's get it, 004. This industry is very fricko. Let me ask you a question. You think if R. Kelly get out of jail, you don't think niggas is gonna fuck with him? First of all, R. Kelly, I think, still has low key money. I still think he still gets money for people using his musics and his songs. But I will say this though. There's gonna be some people like they're gonna have a nasty taste in their mouth. People is gonna want to come to the Diddy parties. People gonna want to see like, is this shit true of what Diddy is saying and having? By all means, this motherfucker's had tigers, flamingos, fucking girls dancing in cages. This nigga had dolphins at his fucking freak offs and everything. These all white parties. You think Mike Rubin was the real nigga who's throwing these real parties like that? It was Diddy that's actually really entertaining this shit. Diddy really putting money into it. Salute Spence 49. Salute. But yeah, I think niggas will still fuck with him. You know? But I think Diddy's gonna have a nasty taste in his mouth towards certain people. First of all, they didn't support him. My only person who really actually support him was Bow Wow, and I want to say our Ray J. You don't think Ray J was at those parties? Ray J was getting his freak on. I personally believe that. Do you? Do I think he was doing homosexual stuff? No, I don't think so. But I could be wrong. You know. I'll be personally honest. I could probably be wrong about that. You know. Let me see. Yes, R. Kelly, but Diddy's story is way out with the niggas don't give a fuck about that in L.A. In L.A. and Miami, niggas don't give a fuck about that. Niggas be in there fucking men. You don't think they were fucking men in those white parties? Like, if you wanted to be a freak, if you wanted to actually, get your rocks off and get a thrill, you go to Diddy's party. You don't think all those people were going to Diddy's parties to fuck men and stuff? You'd be surprised. Oh, yeah. Let me ask you a question. Why you think a lot of people were... Niggas was hiding under rocks ever since this case started. I don't think anybody noticed. A lot of niggas... We haven't really heard from... We don't really hear from Jay like that, but these niggas who was at these parties and stuff, like... You didn't hear Drewski talk about it, but you know Drewski was at those parties. You know, do you think it's strange that he was charged for soliciting prostitution, but nobody was charged? Yeah, I think they're making an example out of him, and I think they were trying to make an example out of him. No one's bigger than the system or bigger than the man. You know, I think somebody set him up. I think somebody set Diddy up to, like, I think he did what he did, but I don't think he deserved all that time. Maybe 2 years with time already served. But he went to jail for being a trick. That's all he did. You know? He wasn't soliciting. He wasn't pimping nobody. They were trying to get him as a pimp. That's 10 years. That's damn near fucking human trafficking right there. Sex trafficking. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all how serious those type of charges is. Hunter Biden did not go to jail for smoking crack. Hunter Biden went to jail for flying women out and having a crack party. You can't spend money to fly somebody out to have sex anymore. The laws was very lenient with that. Cause rich niggas want to fly bitches out. Yo, come and get on my plane, yada yada yada, this and that. But niggas started going to jail for that shit. Why you think there's a lot of cheap niggas out here? Yo, you gotta fly your own self out. I'm not paying for you to fly out. No, you gotta fly your own self out. That's why these bitches is mad now, because at the end of the day, you can't fly them out and have sex with them if that's what you're planning to. Because that's called sex trafficking. That's what Diddy was basically doing. Flying men and women out to fuck his wife or his girl. And I personally think, let me tell you something. I personally think Cassie snitched on Diddy because Cassie didn't get what she wanted from Diddy. First was to be married by Diddy, and the second was to Diddy to love her. I don't think Diddy was in love with Cassie. Like, let me give you an example. When Diddy went out with Jennifer Lopez, Diddy probably made one of his greatest. I think Diddy made a few great albums out of that heartbreak. He had Dirty Money. Then he had the song where Usher. I need a girl to ride, ride, ride. I need a girl to be my wife. That song. That's what came out of it. Cassie, nothing didn't come out of Cassie was only a name, Brother Love. Niggas didn't give a fuck about Cassie. Let's personally be honest. Niggas just wanted to fuck her. And I don't even think she was that cute. But you know who Diddy started falling in love with? Young Miami. He loved Young Miami. He gave Keisha her own show. He didn't do that for Cassie. They both had the same title. That's what you got to look at it. That's true about love. Yeah, she was. Like I said, I think Cassie gave up the pussy too fast. Cassie didn't want to play the part. Cassie thought after Diddy divorced Kim Porter, she was going to be the next, Mrs. Combs. No, this is what comes with the lifestyle, the swinger lifestyle. You could be the Mrs. Combs, but at the end of the day, if he can do any and everything with you without marrying you, why the fuck would he marry you? This is why I have the Chocolate Man podcast, because these are the things that we do talk about. We talk about, what was the last thing we talked about? We talked about BBW women. Do they love you better than skinny women? We talk about these certain type of situations. So, like, when stuff like this happens with Diddy, we understand, like, yo, my nigga, the nigga really never loved you in the first place. That nigga loved Kim more than he loved Cassie. And I think, like I said, I heard Cassie was participating in beating up Kim Porter with Diddy. He even seen Diddy beat the shit out of Kim Porter. And you know what Cassie did? She laughed. She thought that show was funny. She thought the shit was funny. This is why I don't have sympathy for Cassie. I don't have sympathy for Cassie because if you're so fucking scared, you go off, have kids, and get married by some other random nigga, and Diddy said good luck. You're just mad that the nigga didn't love you as you wanted to be loved. That's what I personally believe. And that's why I think she put him in jail. And I think Daphne was thinking she was going to get a payday out of it. And she just got exposed for being a slur. That's it. Like, let's be personally honest. This is why 50 was so quiet about this shit. If he had a chance to talk shit about Diddy, yeah, he's going to talk shit about Diddy because he's fucking his baby mother. He's slutting out his baby mother. Diddy, 50 knew what was going on. 50 knew this shit was going to happen. I personally, in my heart, think Fifth participated in it. This is Fifth's MO. She got paid a lot of money. Yes. She didn't even get paid. She had an allowance. Both of them had an allowance and a house. They had an allowance. Like they were married. Cassie was getting $500,000 a month. She's getting $500,000 a month. Just to look good and be a slur. That's it. We gotta be honest. We gotta be personally honest about like what really happened. Like, do we really think Cassie got beat the fuck up as bad as she's saying she was? Saying that she didn't really like to. This good. Let me tell you something. If you understand about, and I have a few friends in the adult industry, a lot of these bitches be fucking for 5 to 6 hours. A lot of these bitches be doing sex parties. A lot of these women have sex with their fans. This is what happens. Like, we can't be dumbfounded about it and be like, oh, well, he should have got more. Like, yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get more time because it's just because of the charge and how they can charge him. They could charge him for 10 years. When that law passed about pimping and stuff like that, it wasn't the hookers going to jail anymore. It was the pimps. It was the pimps going to jail. And they changed the law and called it human trafficking. Like, let's personally be honest. How long the skill and the employment of pimping been going on? It been going on since time. Since the dark ages. Niggas been selling pussy forever. We're in 2025 now. They call this shit human trafficking. They're saying that these women don't want to do it, and these girls are participating and going back to these people. Saying that, yo, I don't want to leave. When is it going to be time for people to take responsibility for something? I personally think Diddy's going to get exonerated. And the reason why I think he's going to get exonerated because at the end of the day, it looks crazy. It looks crazy. Diddy ain't get, and then, I'm going to say this. Diddy's not getting no money from it. So it can't be prostitution. It can't be human trafficking. Because there's no money involved. This was what I always tell people all the time. This is what comes with the territory of certain things. You know, we can't keep on lying and say, oh, well, she's a fucking victim. She should be a suspect too. These guys are starting to fucking come out. You got the escorts calling her a cum bucket. Saying that she's not a victim. This is what they're saying. Like, should we get mad at, and this is just me thinking out loud, should we get mad at Diddy for even letting his woman be free? For knowing, oh, well, she's a whore anyway, so at the end of the day, why would I stop her from not being a whore? All she's going to do is cheat on me. That's what it means. All she was going to do is cheat on him anyway, so fuck it. Like, I'm going to say this. These people who join these parties, shouldn't they be in jail for entertaining the whole situation? We've seen the pictures. We've seen the pictures. We can't act like, oh, well, these pictures ain't real. They had that was a dozens of videos on it. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be personally honest. If we're gonna be hard on Diddy, we need to be hard on Hugh Hefner's and his fucking company. All those women that he pimped the fuck out to the celebrities, like Jim Brown, Bill Cosby, giving these bitches pills, tying the bitches up, giving them ground and pounds, raccoon eyes, recording. Hugh Hefner is a fucking monster. But I don't hear anybody saying that, yo, Hugh Hefner is a monster. I still seeing people sell his shit. I still see people support Playboy magazine and the company. So if we're gonna be hard on a bad boy Mongo, why can't we be bad hard on the Playboy Mongo to Eva? These are sex mongers or whoremongers. This is what comes with the lifestyle. Cassie knew what type of lifestyle that she was in. It's not like, oh, she was scared for her life. She left when she wanted to fucking leave. All of a sudden, the money got shorter. Now, she wants to sue. I personally would have told Diddy, don't settle. Make sure this bitch goes to jail. I mean, make sure this bitch pay you what you owe. That book that she would have put out, would have been Diddy's book. Yeah, you put that book out. Go on. Everybody want to be fucking Superhead. Everybody can't shut the fuck up and play their part. And after they done, they don't say a word about it. This is how it's supposed to go. Why the fuck that you have to talk? Why the fuck you have to tell all? And niggas is doing tell all books because they're broke. You don't think Brittany Griner did a book because she was broke? She has no fucking skill. What fucking skill that she has? She gave that young dude that she was messing with, she has a baby with, a hard fucking time. This nigga said I'm good. Then fucked around. I heard his. Then I found out the girl he married was I heard a porn star. That's what I heard. I don't believe it, but yeah, they said that PJ Washington's wife is a fucking ex porn star. You know, I hope he knew. And the reason why I said I hope he knew because it's kind of fucked up. You know, you tell it, it's a fucked up situation. You know. Hold on one second. Let me look this up. PJ Washington's wife. I'm about to tell y'all right now. Because it's a fucked up situation, you know? Because now there's kids involved and stuff, and it's like. Hold on one second. Yeah, Robert Kraft hired too. He went to a brothel. He he paid for a happy ending. That's all hiring is. You're just paying somebody to do a fucking job, you know? And it fucking sucks because at the end of the day, A lot of people get hurt. And knowing Diddy, I think his fucking ass is gonna get less time. I think he's gonna say something. Like Robert Kraft didn't do a day in jail, and he was on there. He was there on a consistent basis, going to these Chinese fucking massage parlors, brothels. Like I'm gonna tell y'all something in Massachusetts right now. 8 of these massage parlors in Methuen, Massachusetts just got shut down, all in one area. Now they can't find the owners, the few of those owners. They were out there selling pussy. Do you think? Oh, I'm sorry, Spence. Let me see what you said. Do you think it's? Oh yeah, I read that. I read that. It's strange. Who charged for solicit? Yeah, it's weird, Spence. I totally forgot. That's how we got into this conversation. Yeah, let's get it. 004. It's just like he was just paying for a good time. That's all he was doing. I personally, because when you say hired, anybody can be hired. Put it this way. That's like you paying for my show or giving me a donation. You basically just you just paying for my probably the entertainment or the good time that you had on this, watching this show and stuff to support my show. But it's like you hired me to, entertain you. Or let's say you give me, what is it? Every month you giving me, let's say $600. Every month, $600 in my bank account, $600 in my bank account to do it to basically watch me do something. You hired me. It's like that. I said it's a gray line. Then it's like it's a weird situation. I think they need to fix that law. Cause if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna say this. If you're gonna send somebody in jail for hiring a hooker to suck penis and do all of this, or hire a guy to fuck a whole bunch of women and fuck your girl, then the person who's doing the serving or the person who got hired should go to jail. Why isn't Cassie in jail? Why isn't all the escorts in jail? Why is there's only one person in jail? It looks weird, Like, I get it. Oh, yeah, he been doing this for years. He did it for 10 years to Cassie. Nigga, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That means everybody got to go to jail. And personally, he shouldn't be in jail because there's a statute of limitations. And soliciting prostitutes is it's a statute of limitation, but if he was going to get charged, he should get charged in Miami, not in New York. New York is 3 years. He hasn't been with Cassie in over 4 years. That's the statute of limitations in New York. I think it's 3 years. So yeah, it's a weird situation. Like, let's get it. 004. You're not wrong. But if we're gonna use that logic, I think everybody needs to be in jail. From the person who called to the person who paid the money and got reimbursed. Somebody got reimbursed. That's why I was saying, like with Diddy, he was probably paying them. But when he was doing Daphne was paying and getting reimbursed. So yeah, it's a weird situation. But let's get into the other question. Actually, let me land right here for the Diddy thing. Um, I get why they gave him 4 years. But I think they gave him them 4 years out of bad faith. I think they gave him those 4 years because at the end of the day, they're jealous of how much people do actually love Diddy. I don't think if I think if people didn't love Diddy like that, it would be easier. Just like what's his name? Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby should have never got no time because of statute of limitation. That was the whole reason why he pled guilty. He would have fought the case. Sometimes it's better off to just plead guilty so you can keep your money. Like to us as average people, we don't want to be in fucking jail. You know, so we're gonna keep on fighting the case, and we don't give a fuck how much it costs. We'll figure it out. But a person who has money, who's a multi-millionaire, multi-billionaires, they'll be like, "Fuck it, let's give them money so this shit can end." I don't want to keep on spending all my money on lawyers and shit. You know, yeah, it's just. Like I said, I think they did it out of bad faith. Like even Cassie, I think she did it out of bad faith. She told on bad faith. I think she got jealous of young Miami. Miami's getting the money. She's getting fucked. Diddy's taking care of her kid. You know, he gave young Miami a show. She gave Keisha a show. She wasn't the best rapper, but at the end of the day, Diddy loved her. He loved going out to places with her. So this is why I said like, yo, it was out of bad faith. Cassie seen this shit. Her husband is a fucking bum. This nigga's not making no less than 80,000 a year. The walls are getting smaller. She don't got the big house that like Diddy had her up in. She ain't driving the nicest cars that she had. So she's like, yo, fuck it. If she can't have it, if I can't have it, she can't have it. I'm gonna bring this nigga to jail. They already got this nigga getting watched. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come out with a tell-all book. FBA's run America. Go free to Africa. FBA run America. Go free Diddy. FBA's built America. Why y'all can't free Diddy? Kwame, what the fuck are you talking about? But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna land right there with the Diddy stuff. So the next question that we will talk about, and we will be watching videos. We talked a little bit about it. I'm gonna spend like 10 more minutes on it. 10, maybe 15. The max 15. If Black Americans ever move to Africa, like all of us, will we be stronger or shit gonna go left? You know, it's a weird situation, and the reason why is because how Africans feel about Black Americans. They always felt fucked up about us. They always really never liked us. They always told us we're not African. We're not really African. I'm African. You're not African. You're just black. I heard this from enough African people. I even heard this from Cape Verdeans. I'm more African than you are. You know? So it's... And we get it. We get that they're more African than us, you know? And the reason why, because they know where in Africa they came from. They came from like Angola area, you know. I personally, I'm gonna tell you the good things. If you do move to Africa, you could probably get, you know, shit might look good, you know, shit might be fixed and stuff like that, and like the country might be fixed a little bit and stuff like that, and it's cool and stuff, but at the end of the day, you don't benefit from it really. You know, I don't think we benefit from it. They're gonna worry about their people first. They don't give a fuck about us, and I'm gonna be personally honest. Just the way how they look at us. Then after that, like the things I was saying is like, yo, you gotta look like how much money you have going to that country. You go over there with that, yo. You go over there with no money, you're gonna be eating dirt cookies with them orphan kids. You know, like let's personally be honest, you're gonna be eating dirt cookies. Who the fuck want to eat dirt cookies? You know. Then second of all, don't forget, y'all niggas is gonna be living in dirt. You know, and like my type of lifestyle that I like to live and stuff, you're not gonna have. You gotta actually have that African lifestyle. You know, depending where you going, you might have your, you know, they might make you some clothes with animal fucking skin and shit, with your booty cheek hanging out and stuff with a fucking spear. You know, who wants to live like that? You know, and don't forget, there's not no KFCs down there. There's no Popeyes. There's no, what's that place in Atlanta that people like to go? Benihana's. There's no Benihana's in fucking in Nigeria or fucking. If you like Benihana's, I don't think you want to go to Africa, my nigga. Don't forget also too, they don't got the seasonings that we have in America. So y'all niggas is gonna be screwed. You know, I'm not. This is why I always tell people it don't make sense. Oh yo, you know, you can eat what we eat. You see, motherfucker give you a monkey head and stuff like that, and the monkey looking at you, the dead monkey's looking like, nigga, I'm not eating that. We're not eating that shit, man, you know? Like, and we get it, like, yo, that's how they live, this is how they want to live and stuff, but niggas don't want to be living like that. You know? Who wants to live like that? I personally don't. I like Jordans and Prada and fucking Gucci and Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. Like, why the fuck would I want to... You know them niggas don't be... Yo, you know most of that shit that they be having is fake. That's why most of those niggas go to Europe to get it. You know? If not, that shit is fake. It's Jamaican faking, I tell you that. I'm just being personally honest. I would never move down there. Oh yeah, go get your culture, man. That culture died fucking 4,000 years ago. All that culture in Africa is all mixed and mingled now, you know? And that's why I tell people all the time, it's just, why are we gonna follow some Yoruba culture and Oba culture? We don't even know if we're from that shit. And this is why I say, because we had an ethnogenesis. If we didn't have an ethnogenesis and we knew what tribe we was from, nigga would be fucking in Africa with their booty cheek hanging out. You know? Don't get me wrong. I might go and visit, go get some food and women, but at the end of the day, niggas ain't going down. Niggas is not going to Africa just to have some type of feeling. That's an expensive fucking feeling. I'm going to be personally honest. Like, if you want to go there with the, oh yeah, I feel like I'm at home, nigga. I feel like I'm at home in this fucking 8-bedroom house, nigga. I feel like I'm at home in a fucking apartment. Fuck that, nigga. You know, just... I get it, you know. Excuse me. Like, I get it. Again, I get it. Niggas want to be close to their, like, ancestors, some imaginary ancestors that they tell us and stuff like that. Them niggas don't know where we from. Niggas be like, yo, it's like, yo, let me tell you what these niggas really be doing. These niggas be like putting fucking tribes in a hat and say, yo, pick one. Oh, yeah, it says Ashanti. Nigga, that's where you from. Yo, fuck that shit. Like I said, yo, you like I respect Africa and stuff like that. You know, I like your women and some of your foods and stuff, but I'm not going to Africa to live. Y'all niggas gotta be fucking crazy. This is why a lot of Africans is moving out your country. Like, yo, come on. Like, let's be smart about this shit. You know? Let's really be smart about it. Niggas is not moving to Africa just to, we're not doing that, Kwame. That shit is not real, my nigga. It doesn't, it can't, I don't think it could tell you what tribe you from. All those tribes is fairly new because they were mixed up, Kwame. So you be out here thinking you're Aruba. Aruba is like fucking probably like probably 800 years old. There was tribes before that, you know? That's why I say, yo, this is why I'll never go to Africa. Like, that shit is stupid. You're praising somebody else's culture, and that's not even your culture. Then let alone, you don't know these niggas gonna send you to another fucking European country, and sell us out. Like, Kwame, these niggas might sell you out when you get there for, yo, you live there for like 10 years. These niggas, yo, you gonna be human trafficked to fucking Slovakia, nigga. You know? Watch, Kwame. You gonna be human trafficked for a fucking goat, nigga. Fucking around with these Africans, nigga. That nigga, Kwame. Them niggas will sell you for a goat and a few chickens, nigga. Some red horn chickens, nigga. Oh my god, my nigga. Yo, Kwame, you crazy. Them Africans gonna sell you, nigga. Them niggas be selling their children, nigga. You think you wanna trust these niggas on what your culture is, nigga? You fucking wild, nigga. You a wild boy. We're not talking about Jamaica, nigga. We talking about Africa. You say you going to Africa. If all of us go back to Africa, nigga, we're gonna get resold, nigga. This time, Kwame, you might end up in fucking Thailand with the lady boys. They might really actually give you a sex chain and a forced sex change on you as a lady boy. This is the type of shit that these Africans be doing, Kwame. Why you think you be seeing Africans in Germany doing those porn tapes and shit? They were for they'll sell the nigga for a goat and two red horn chickens. I mean red horn roosters, nigga. I'm telling this nigga they gotta resell this nigga. Kwame, you ain't gonna be in Jamaica this time, nigga. You gonna be in Germany, my nigga. You know you gonna be a fluffer for porn, nigga. This nigga really thinking. This is why y'all when y'all be talking crazy and shit. Yo, don't go back to Africa. Nigga, their own people are leaving Africa. They would have. How did the rules go about? All right, Kwame. I'm just saying, Ghana's fairly new, my nigga. I'm just saying. Ghana's fairly new. Do you want to know when Ghana was founded? No, no, no. No, no, no. That's not true, Kwame. On 6th of March 1957, Ghana became the first colonial in I'm sorry, not colonial. First colony in sub-Saharan Africa to achieve solidarity. This is why I say some of this stuff is fairly new, Kwame. And it was influenced by your people, Pan-Africans. How don't you know that? Your people helped your people helped them, Kwame. There wouldn't be Ghana without your people. Yeah. They taking over Africa. White people are taking over Africa. I don't think they would accept me though. Yeah, they won't. White people are weird, man. It's cool though. Like, give me a second. But also too, I want to say this, Kwame. So did the Ashanti sell you, Kwame? Did Ashanti sell your ancestors? Is that what you're saying? Like these countries is fairly new too, Kwame. And don't forget, most of these countries just got their independence as well. So I advise you not to go to Africa. You might be Kwame. You might even get eaten. They probably be on that white man shit. Eating people and stuff. I'm just being personally honest. It's your, like I said, it's your choice. Like my nigga, if you want to go in there, put on these African clothes and shit and stuff. Let me ask you a question, Kwame. Why don't you dress like an African now? You dress like a black person instead of. Why won't you do that? Like you probably come out here looking like Oh, he was involved and later fought the British, taken to Africa. They did not go to Africa. I mean, did not go to America, Kwame. Stop giving the Shanties too much credit, man. They probably fought them to get the fuck out of their. They didn't even have a country. Put it this way: they didn't even have a country at that time. They had tribal land. They had tribal lands. There was no colonies. Everybody was just living near each other. So can you talk it? Can you speak the language, Kwame? But yeah, like I said, there's no need for Black Americans to go down to Africa. It'll be a lose-lose situation. You know. Um. Hold on, Kwame. Let me say something. You said 1759. 1759 was an African American businessman. His last name is Africa. African. Coffee is African. Okay, Kwame. Where was called? All right, let's do some research. I don't even know what Kwame's talking about. This is why I always tell you all the time, Kwame. What the fuck are you talking about? So Kwame, Kwame, I don't want you to, I'm going to be personally honest. I don't want you to go down this rabbit hole. Don't do it, Kwame. Don't do it. Please, I'm begging you. What's going on, Dorsey? Salute, salute. All right, Kwame. Let me ask you a question. Where was Paul Coffey born at? Where was Paul Coffey born at? Watch this, everybody. Where was Paul Coffey born at, Kwame? He was born in America. Okay. So if he was born in America, Kwame, this is the guy who named Africa. This is the guy who named Ghana. A Bostonian. Yo, Kwame, you're cooked, my nigga. You are fucking cooked, my nigga. This is why I say you don't want to go down this rabbit hole. You remember the question I asked you? I asked you, and it was kind of a trick question. I never said. I asked you who named Ghana. Basically, let me simplify it. Who created Ghana? When was Ghana created? This is what I was asking. And I told you Ghana is fairly a new country. And you... and I'm on drugs, nigga. Jesus Christ. Yo, Kwame. I said, nigga, why the fuck would I care about Paul Coffey? I asked you a question, you start talking about a nigga from Ashanti, nigga. So a Bostonian name, Ghana. White man created Ghana. Oh shit. Kwame, this is why I said, yo, Africa is fairly new. I said, this is why I say black Americans should never, ever think about moving to Africa. If 50 million of us move to fucking Africa, Africa will be fucked up. America will be fucked up too, but Africa will be fucked up 3 times more. Because first of all, y'all gotta resell us. I might end up in fucking Belgium. You know, them niggas might sell me for, a camel and fucking, and an elephant, nigga. You know? Yeah. These niggas is crazy, Dorsey. You know about the Bible and don't know about... Kwame. You would want to move to Ghana that was named by an African, by a Bostonian. As you said, nigga. Kwame, this is like the 6th lie I caught you in within 2 days. You know that, right? It's full of crock shit. Yeah, you are, Kwame. You are. What? They fucking with Kwame in their live chat. Go and get him, Dorsey. Let that nigga know. Oh, shit. The English dominated the West. Facts. Ghana didn't get their independence until the late 50s, Kwame. That's when they were known as Ghana. When they got their independence. Good job, nigga. This nigga Kwame. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kwame, you're cooked, my nigga. Oh shit. This nigga, yo, everybody, I started talking about Ghana. This nigga started talking about fucking Coffee. Facts, Dorsey. Get that nigga. Everybody, if you got time, subscribe. I mean, like, subscribe, and also stay in the live chat. Go crazy. If you're new, introduce yourself in the live chat. It's always cool to know somebody. Also, again, I'm gonna say it again. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And if you want to donate, I will put it in the live chat right now. And yeah, we get crazy in here sometimes, but yeah, it's the live chat, man. What can you do? This nigga Kwame, man. This nigga's cooked. Alright, give me a second, everyone. This nigga said Ghana was named. Yo. But yeah, this is what comes with the territory in this type of game and stuff. That's why I looked it up. I was like, yo, you know what? Kwame could be right, you know? He could have been right. And that's why I say, yo, most of those places we call tribes were colonies. I mean, was tribal areas, you know? There wasn't even like, it's weird, man. America was the same way. We were all tribal lands and stuff like that, you know? So, yeah, Kwame, you got it. Yo, you crazy, my G. This nigga Kwame. But yeah, that's why I won't move to Africa. These niggas might resell me, probably eat me. Fucking, and they don't wear Jordans in Africa. I don't think they wear Jordans in Africa. We're not going to get the new releases in Africa for like 15 years. So why would I live there, you know? You think they got that Douce down there? You think they got... Yo, let me tell you something. As much as niggas we talk about Popeyes chickens and KFCs, do you think they got Popeye chicken and KFCs in Africa? Do y'all think they got Benihanas? Like, my niggas, there's no Benihanas in Africa. There's no fucking cheesecake factory. Niggas is fucked out here. Niggas is fucked out there. Y'all niggas gonna be eating monkey tongue, fucking baboon legs and stuff, man. Y'all niggas is crazy. I can't eat it. Why you think them niggas left Africa? Niggas gonna be eating dirt cookies, you're poor nigga? Yeah. Nigga, a poor person will say, nigga, I would not even take $1,000 to move to Africa for a month. Nigga, you crazy. Oh shit, facts. You know, we're gonna do a video right now. We're gonna have a short show today. Bushmeat Bandit. Shout out to Ray Ray. What's going on, Ray Ray? Yo, the topic question I had was, if black Americans move to Africa, will it be better? I said that these niggas gonna resell us and we're gonna be in a different country. Yeah. We would be in a different fucking country. I advise anybody not to move back. I advise Africans who live in America right now, don't move back to your fucking country. Nigga, if you get sick, you're done. Not even the root lady can help you. Let's personally
to healthcare, education, sports, entertainment, government. And a sudden departure would create significant labor shortages. That's one. Two, Black Americans contribute over $1.7 trillion annually to the U.S. economy. A departure like that would create a sudden loss of economic power. Three, Black-owned businesses which employ millions of Americans would shut down or relocate, shifting the wealth to whatever country all of us went to. Number four. Now this one gonna really piss you off. This one gonna piss you off. Loss of cultural influence. Black Americans, and I quote, Black Americans have shaped U.S. culture through jazz, hip-hop, and blues, fashion, language, and sports. Their departure would significantly alter America's cultural identity. Here's where it gets good again. A decline in innovation. Blacks foster creativity and innovation. The loss of racial diversity could slow technological advances. See, y'all ancestors ain't tell y'all how sick y'all was. See, y'all before y'all found us, y'all was fighting each other. See, ain't nobody passed that information on to y'all. Y'all don't know about all that. See, our people passed information on. Y'all people didn't. Y'all wanted to be lost in translation, but we know. We know.
First of all, nobody just came out of the blue and told individuals like her to go back to Africa. People like her are being told to go back to Africa only.
She's lying. You know how many people say go back to Africa? Yo, go back to Africa, get your roots, learn some roots and shit. Niggas say it all the time. She lying, but go on, let's finish.
When they start creating fatigues, like claiming that they are being oppressed and victimized by the system, or that they were kings and queens back in Africa, or that the United States is racist towards them. They are only being told to take a trip to Wakanda land when they start bad-mouthing their country, America, and start claiming that living in Africa would be better for them.
No, it wouldn't, because let me tell you why. White supremacy is a global system. So it's going to affect everywhere. If I move to Asia, white supremacy. I move to Africa, white supremacy. Europe, white supremacy. Australia, white supremacy. You know, it's just everybody's what's the word? Everybody's fascinated and fetishize white people. Hey, white man, I want to kiss your feet. I'm from Uganda, or I'm from Nigeria. Let me kiss your feet. It's like people love white people, you know. And white people, and the thing about it, look what white people did to them, and they still love white people, you know. It's very weird. Endangered species in Africa, and Africans give permits to white people that call African people poachers. Facts. Like, yeah, that's true, Dorsey, you know. I want to say this. They do give actually, Dorsey, this is gonna be a quick show. I think I'm gonna do 2.5 hours. I might come back on later, or I'm gonna do a different show tomorrow. So I'm not gonna do calls actually today. I would have done it earlier. Oh, back on. I'm back on. So, oh yeah. I just want to say I appreciate Dorsey being on here, and if anybody ever wanted to participate and just jump on the Jesus Christ, on the piano, you can. Um, just respect the laws of the land. We can't talk about certain things. There's only code. We can use code words, but we can't talk about certain things blatantly. So I will say that. I'll let you talk about it, but you can't talk about it blatantly. You know what I'm talking about, everyone.
Yeah. The same way deranged liberals are being told to try Canada or the UK when they start complaining of how they detest Donald Trump's administration. Okay, let's start from her ChatGPT statement. She says that one thing that ChatGPT does not do is lie. Is she crazy? I mean, is she alright? One thing that ChatGPT
He ain't
does is
answering this question.
consistently lie, distort facts, and spew propaganda. In fact, there is literally a note at the bottom of the box in ChatGPT that explicitly reads.
When I was gonna get Streamlabs, Kwame, they only gave me a maximum of 80 hours. I do more. I do. I don't. I do more than 80 hours a month. So um, what happened? It's in and out. Let me turn it up. All right, let me turn it up. Talking. Well, cause like I said, it's the law of the lands, Kwame. It's the law of the lands. Do you want me to be demonetized and we don't have this show at all? That doesn't make sense. We still got to respect the laws of the land. And let me ask you a question. What one thing I say bad about Africans? My opinion, and if you think I said that they're going to resell us, yes, I do think they're going to resell us. If one motherfucker did it before, why wouldn't they do it again if we go back? It just doesn't make sense. Some motherfuckers don't even want us to have citizenship in their country. They rather give it to the white man than to give it to a black American. So, why would I want to go to that Africa? Why would I want to go to Africa if they don't even want me there? You got to look at it, Kwame. This is why I always tell you, never flee your country. Always Kwame, go back to your country and fix it. Don't go to Africa. The reason why I said go back to your country and fix it, because you know why? Your ancestors fought tooth and nail for you to get where you are in Africa right now. That's why I tell you, go back to your country. Don't go to Africa. Africa got their own situations that their people should be fixing. Those are not your people. The only one fighting. Yeah, but Kwame, you're gonna abandon your country to go fix a fucking continent that's can't be fixed because of white supremacy. The stuff that's going on in America now, you're gonna be dealing with it in Africa. I'm just being personally honest. Only thing that's different is you're gonna have less. You're gonna have less laws. You're gonna have these freaky deaky Europeans fucking you. So this is what's gonna be happening. And don't forget, Europeans use Africa as a fucking tourism place to go fuck. This is what they use your country, the continent for. From the older women to the older men. Facts, Ray Ray. This is why I was like, I'm going to say this. I know Kwame always want to talk, the Jews. I don't talk about the Jews and I don't work with them. I don't want to work with them. That's the thing. I just want to work with my people. I want to work on Black American people. And once Black American people are fixed, I can help the Caribbean islands. I can help Africa. I can't help Africa and Caribbean countries while fixing my country. While fixing my people. Because at the end of the day, your people's gonna hold us back, because at the end of the day, y'all trying to get it how y'all live. You know, y'all get it from shitting on us. Y'all get paid by the white man to shit on us. Y'all get paid, and when I say white men, Democrats, Republicans, all these people. It's a system. Y'all are a part of that system right now. But you gotta understand, a win for Black America is a win for everybody. It has always been like that. It has always been like that. A win for a Black American is a win for everybody. You know? And I'm not saying that all y'all niggas ain't strong enough and all this other stuff. I'm just saying the reason why it's a win for all of y'all when we win, because at the end of the day, we don't just fight for one. When we fight for ourselves, it's fighting for everybody. Everybody's looking at us. Everybody's looking at Black Americans. What are they doing now? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Like, you gotta understand, Kwame. When we just stop, we just say, yo, we're not voting for no president. We're gonna let these niggas handle it by ourselves. They had to manipulate the whole bullshit and create black fatigue, or we don't like black women. We don't want a woman as a president. They have to manipulate us. They don't have to manipulate a Jamaican. They don't have to manipulate an African. Manipulate an African for what? To do what? Like, let me tell you something right now, Kwame. For you to be a proud Jamaican right now, you're not even looking at the bigger picture. Those Chinamen in your country right now is taking your culture. They're telling Jamaicans, half Jamaicans and Jamaicans who moved to America, that you're not a real Jamaican. An Asian female is telling y'all that. An Asian man is telling you that. An Indian man saying that, yo, you're not a real Jamaican. Ooh. Y'all niggas is talking money in the live chat? Okay. Salute to y'all niggas. The high rolling niggas. But yeah, Kwame, this is why I say, yo, you're losing your culture if you move to Africa. Like, I understand that you could say, put it this way, Kwame. Let's say that you have influence, African influence in Jamaica. Your culture is evolved. Your culture surpassed African culture because they didn't evolve. They just stayed the same. They're using European culture right now in Africa. They're not using their traditional culture. You know? But the thing about it, you can't stay in Burkina Faso that long. You can't be a resident there, Kwame. Because you're not an African citizen. So even if you get your citizenships there, you can't live in Burkina Faso. You know? That's why I say, yo, this nigga pimped y'all niggas out. This nigga did a whole marketing fucking promotion about Africa, then told y'all niggas y'all can't even go. Y'all can't live there. I can put you as a primary to build your credit. Oh. What is your network? It's Black America. Kwame, they can't do none of that shit in there. You're lying. You're lying, Kwame. You can't have no type of business in there. You can't live in no Bikini Falls. That's how it is, Kwame, right now. And like, I understand because they're at war right now. They're about to go to war. Why the fuck would they invite outsiders to move into that country and fuck their shit up? You know, you gotta, like I said, you gotta respect the laws of the land, you know? It's by force. Facts. But Ray, I think them niggas, like I said, they're gonna resell us for food and stuff, food and animals, and it's just weird. You know, I wouldn't tell nobody to move to Africa. Don't talk about what your neighborhood got. What is your wallet? Them niggas talk about money. Okay, I'm out of that. Yee. Go on, you high rollers.
ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info. But anyway, she should not have asked ChatGPT for the answer to that question. I could have provided it to her without even wasting time. So, if our Black Americans were to leave America and migrate to Africa, this is what would happen. Listen and remember, I love and respect my Black American brothers and sisters, okay? But I have to say this because it is imperative that I wake some people up. Now, there would be no more Black fatigue. Yeah. Let's start from the obvious fact, okay? The
There's no such thing as black fatigue. So she's already starting off at bad faith. This is the stuff that we have to watch out for.
generators of the exhaustion are no longer in the society. So therefore, the fatigue would cease to exist. Second, I know that biased leftist ChatGPT would not mention the decrease in crime, but I would. Yeah, crime will go down by 80%, if not more. There will be significant decrease in carjackings, home invasions, robberies, store theft, traffic violations, black on black crimes in America. There would be
So she's using bad faith. When you say black fatigue, there's no such thing as black fatigue. That was already proven that that doesn't exist. You know, black on black crime. There will be more black on black crime because Africa's poor. It's poor. When you have less resources, that's when you get more crimes at. Even in white communities, it's not promoted more. It's not told more. Um. So this is where she's lying at. Let me see what else she said. Carjackings. Black people don't really do carjackings like that. You know, home invasions. That's Caribbean people. I have done a few home invasions, and I can tell you that's mostly a Caribbean thing. You know, if you do see home invasions by black people, it's in the black neighborhood, like probably down south, like in Atlanta or Georgia or something. I mean, Atlanta, Georgia, or Alabama or something. But they rarely do that because those are gun-owning states. You know, so she's lying.
robberies, store theft, traffic violations, black on black crimes in America. There would be 99% decrease in gang banging, okay? There would be relief on EBT resources, no more fatherless kids, decrease in spending.
They got crazy orphanages. She's lying. And EBT, they don't have enough money to even have a program with EBT. So that's out the question. There's no jobs down there. So she's lying. Again, she's lying. You know, you gotta be careful of these type of people.
On welfare allocations, there would be significant cuts in identity politics, no more seeking reparation representatives, no more ratchet robbing mayors, no more ghetto representatives, dangerous rap culture will be.
So this is what she think of black people. They think that we're ghetto. This is why I told y'all don't move to Africa. When you call, oh yeah, there's no more ghetto representatives and stuff like that, let me tell you something. Jasmine Crockett might have an attitude and does shit like that, but she's far from ghetto. She's very educated, you know. She's very, very educated and smart. And for her to even say some shit like that is crazy. It's nasty work. Like, these bitches don't be selling their pussy and for to European fucking bisexual men. Like, these bitches don't be running around here with diseases and shit. You know? This is why I always tell people all the time, man, be careful with these Africans. If I'm wrong, let's listen to what she just said. No more what?
Fatherless kids, decrease in spendings on welfare allocation.
So with welfare, there's more foreigners on welfare than black Americans. Black Americans barely could get welfare. White America is the kings and queens of welfare, if you really want to be honest. But it's mostly immigrants that are getting welfare when they come to this country.
There would be significant cuts in identity politics, no more seeking reparation representatives, no more ratchet robbing mayors, no more ghetto.
No more ratchet robbing mayors. That's fucked up. This is how they feel about black people. I'm just being personally honest. This is why I'm telling people, yo, don't go to Africa. Stay your ass in America. These niggas feel a certain way about us.
Representatives, dangerous rap culture will be gone for good. No more complaints of victimhood or its equivalent. The average IQ of the United States would go up on a positive, okay? There would be no more drive-by shootings, no more Carmelo Anthony versus Austin Metcalf horror. There would be no chirping smoke detectors. No loud and obnoxious degenerates doing what they know best, which is causing a nuisance, okay?
This is what I'm talking about, everyone. Don't let these Africans fool you, and I have to personally be honest about this. This is how she feels about the black community. This is how she feels about the black community. This is why I asked the question. If black Americans ever, all of us ever moved to Africa, how would it be? How would it be? This is how it would be. Yeah, he is. Kwame been lying all week. So he been lying since the week started. I'm sorry, Kwame. He been lying since the week started. So yeah.
No more fights in McDonald's because the fries are cold or because the cheddar cheese is not available. Waiters would actually start getting tips. Unless I forgot, okay? There would be clean neighborhoods everywhere. No trash littering the whole place. No race baiting, no race drifting, and no bonnet brigade walking around the streets with their sleeping bonnets on. ChatGPT also did not include that the jails, the prisons, might completely shut down because there may not be enough criminals to warrant it staying open. Now, the most...
I know what there will be more of. Niggas pooping in the streets. Niggas snatching your kids. Selling them. Niggas snatching your women. She's basically calling us ghetto. If we all move to Africa, this is what will happen. There will be no more cemented roads. Niggas will be living on the streets. You will be getting your water not out of bottles, but out of alligator rivers. Like, this is the type of shit that we're on. So I'm just going to tell y'all, this is how they feel about black Americans.
The disheartening thing about black Americans moving to Africa is that Africans would experience the opposite of everything I mentioned. While the United States thrives and progresses because of their absence, Africa will deteriorate and devolve into a much uglier wasteland, okay? Crimes will skyrocket, complaints will become the order of the day. Remember that other black woman, American black woman, who actually tested the theory of blacks moving to Africa. She moved to Ghana and almost went crazy with reality. She couldn't stand the big-ass lizards. The fact that she couldn't find sugary snacks was what sent her packing and running back to America. Watch.
I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scam, the bullshit too expensive, the bullshit not having no snack, the bullshit not having no food, the bullshit electricity, the bullshit hot water, the bullshit what's that shit called that be coming down?
Bullshit lizards and shit.
The bullshit animals, it's scorpions outside the house, it's big ass spiders, it's big ass lizards. lizards, colorful lizards you ain't never seen before, all in the fucking room with you, sleeping with you, all the bullshit people trying to scam you when you go outside thinking you rich. So they trying to get more money off of you. I'm really trying to wrap my head around this shit. I'm really trying to wrap my head around how are Americans coming to Africa and being happy. Please comment down below. Because for me, I'm ready to go. And I always used to say, if it's up to me, it will be. And I'm going to go out to Africa and make shit happen. No, I don't want to. I want to take my businesses back to America. I want to open up shop back in America, open up my dentist office and all the stuff that I was going to do out here.
Yeah, so these black Americans will be given a huge awakening when they realize that they actually did have it better in America. And that moving to Africa actually did America a whole lot of favor. And Africa would consequently suffer for their presence. Now, talking about the loss of cultural influence, what culture are we really talking about here? You mean the culture of hip-hop or rap music, where we have seen the highest degeneracy that ever existed? The likes of Cardi B, Sexy Red, Lizzo, Meg.
Cardi B is Dominican. She's Dominican.
The Stallion, the fact that 10-year-old kids are throwing gang signs because they want to be hip-hop artists and rappers, the fact that these little children are being forced into rap culture and told to rate how sexy a woman is. What culture is she talking about? Or is it this culture?
I like your energy.
We going where y'all going.
And y'all see why I denigrate Africa, right? They picked the two raggedy bitches that are doing something and say all black people are doing this. That's why I say y'all niggas shit in the street. This is why I say, yo, your African kids are fucking killers. Keep them in Africa. Do you think I want to live near fucking Joseph Kony? Let me tell you something. Out of every 100 African kids, there's a Joseph Kony. There's a fucking Joseph Kony ready to commit genocide, ready to take your little girl's coochie, nigga. So it's, and I'm gonna be personally honest. Who wants to be washing their clothes in fucking Alligator River? I'm just being personally honest.
All this culture? Are these the cultural? And that is wonderful. But the rest of the other things she mentioned is country one or two Americans, it's a mass infrastructure. Okay, there was already electricity, motorized vehicles, standard education systems.
This is why I say we need to delineate from these type of people. Now let me ask y'all a question, all y'all Africans. Who the fuck checked her? Who the fuck checked her? Not a near motherfucker checked her. This is why I don't have respect for y'all bitches. And this cross-eyed bitch, it should be the last one talking about, oh yo, what a black American does. Y'all niggas still got trauma from 6-year-old from y'all, somebody calling y'all niggas a booty scratcher. Facts, Dorsey. Y'all like 80 years old, still mad about a little 6-year-old calling you an African booty scratcher, my nigga. Let's stop it.
Organized government, they are helping out in the farm. Now, the contributions helped the country grow, just like a civil servant in, say, Japan helps Japan country grow as an economy. Okay, it is not as though we introduced groundbreaking political systems like democracy, and I mean real democracy, okay, or made magnificent discoveries or created mind-blowing inventions. Okay, so I think it is high time Black people like this woman stop thinking that they are the only thing keeping America afloat or making America great. Quit coming on the internet and intentionally provoking people to tell you harsh truths that you are not ready to digest. Better still, focus on becoming the better versions of yourself. Imagine thinking that...
Now watch this, everybody. Instead of worrying about Black Americans, you should worry about fixing that crooked eye. Instead of worrying about Black American, you should worry about fixing your crooked eye. There you go. That's how you handle problems, everyone. With ignorance. I told her, instead of worrying about Black people, you should worry about fixing your crooked eye. What the fuck? We're gonna watch another one.
Black people, it's time. In this video, I'll be giving y'all many reasons why I think all Black people should move to Africa. Stay tuned. Shalom, YouTube family. Welcome back to the channel.
Shalom.
If you're new here, welcome to the family. On this channel, we're going to take you out on our journey to ultimate peace and freedom and show you exactly how to do the same thing. And if that's something that you might be interested in, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And to help get our message out, like and share this video. Now today I want to talk to y'all about why I think all Black people should move to Africa. For one, you won't have to worry as a Black man, woman, or child about getting shot down in the streets by a racist police officer. Every day it seemed like one of our own was being shot down in the streets unjustly. And they always hold themselves not guilty. They claim to do all these things out of fear, kill us out of fear, or they fear for their life. But in turn, we actually the ones fear for our life. Since we've been in America, the 400 years since we've been in America, we've been fighting for our lives. We never collectively just took up arms against white people, but yet they feel like they have some reason to be scared of us. They do it just to have an excuse to kill us and hold themselves not guilty. But in Africa, you're not the minority, you're the majority. Man, I can remember vividly stepping off that plane, y'all, and seeing all the Black people around me and just feeling like I was instantly home. Like that feeling is indescribable. It's nothing like I...
But he doesn't talk about the genocide and the dirty countries. The nigga talks about the tourism part. Nigga, yo, you are wildin'. Nigga, you look African. Nigga, where are you from? That nigga don't look Black American. I'm sorry, he doesn't. He looks African or he looks Jamaican or something. Hey, Kwame, is this one of your peoples giving this bad advice? Yeah, I think it is.
I've ever felt in America. I used to constantly feel uncomfortable in environments where there were like only white people. Here, I don't have that problem. I can walk down the street and don't have to worry about people looking at me because I'm Black. And I became really, really tired of that. That's one reason why I moved to Africa, so I wouldn't have to deal with that. And I understand that not everybody gonna like you in every country that you go to. Not everybody gonna like you in Africa, but you don't have to deal with it systematically or like a whole group of people hating you just because you're Black. Everybody's Black. And that brings me to my next point. Another reason why I think all Black people should move to Africa is because there are systems put in place designed just for you in order to keep you from reaching your full potential. And just think about this. This is proof from what I'm telling y'all right now. In America, Black business owners are twice as likely to be rejected from getting a loan than white business owners. The government expanded home ownership to white Americans through policies passed like the 30-year mortgage and systematically left Black people out through a process called redlining. which labeled certain areas as risky for a home loan, and in turn put black people in areas where poverty was concentrated and housing was deteriorating. So black people will continue to be impoverished in America because the system was designed that way. They literally came together and made a plan against you so that you wouldn't prosper in America. And they say it's the land of the free, but it's never been free for us. Don't get that confused. And in Africa, you're free to buy land, own a business, and maneuver through the system without much resistance. Also, you won't have to worry about schools lying to your kids, telling them they were only slaves. Why don't you think they teach our real history? How we actually were kings and queens, and how we actually the ones that start civilization. How we built the pyramids and just certain things that black people know, but why don't you think they teach these?
I don't know how much I can do longer with this guy. I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna let y'all watch it.
Things in school because they want our kids from a young
Facts,
age
Ray.
to hate themselves, to think of themselves as slaves. You know, and when you think of yourself as a slave, you become dependent on the government to do things for you. Why we're never shown, you know, the inventions of black people, or why we're never shown the great things that black people did, but we only learned about like Ben Franklin and all of these white people that done all of these great things, and all we were was slaves. That made me feel some type of way about myself, and I was wondering, like, man, are we not good for anything? You know? And that stuck with me until I grew up, and it really changed who I was as a person from going through that schooling. You know, they don't tell you all the great things that we did in America and how many of the inventions that they claim that they created, that we actually created. The worst thing we could have done as a people was let someone who does not have our best interests at heart teach our kids, because that's the foundation and that's going to be the building blocks to who we are as a people. What they don't tell you is a lot of people are highly educated in Africa, and so educated to where there's so much competition here that it's hard to get a regular job, you know, because so many people are educated. And they make you think that America has the smartest people, the most innovative people, and that's not the truth. There's so many brilliant people around the world, and there's so many brilliant people in Africa. Another reason is they're trying to kill you and dumb you down with the foods that they're serving us. Why do you think in black neighborhoods that there are no healthy and nutritious options? Only thing you see on every block is fast food, convenience stores, liquor stores. Why? Because the more that they feed you garbage, the more dumb you are. Literally, they dumb you down with the food. And it's killing us slowly but surely. Now just think about this. Black people are the sickest among any nation in the West, with almost 50% of black people being overweight, 40% of black people having high blood pressure, and almost 12% of black people with diabetes. Just think about that. Those numbers are extremely high, and that's killing us as a people. And that's not by coincidence, that's by design. Don't think they just put these foods out because, oh, we can make it taste better or we can preserve it longer. It's evil and demonic intent when it comes to that. And they purposely poison you to slowly kill you and dumb down your minds. But in Africa, there's fresh fruits and vegetables everywhere. Like literally since I've been here, I've lost weight without exercising. I feel way more energetic. I'm more regular when going to the restroom. Overall, I feel way healthier. And one of the things I love most about living in Africa, that is so convenient. Like I can walk downstairs and just go get fresh fruits and vegetables.
This nigga's living in a tourist area. He's not living in like the city. He had to bring money over there to live the way he lives. So like this is bad faith. This is misinformation. This is sad. You know. We're gonna watch this one. This will be the last. This is 40, 50 minutes long. We're gonna see if we can get through at least 2/3 of it. Everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, and also share. And if you want to do donations, I put it in the
Let's
live
get
chat.
Shannon. Shannon, how are you?
Hello, I just joined the space, so I'm just wondering what you guys are talking about tonight.
Oh, just different stuff. What's on your mind? We're talking about different stuff. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm like all of you guys. I'm worried about the price of eggs, the price of cheese, whatever it is.
It's all coming down.
Yeah, I think it is. Definitely. And I'm worried about the price of healthcare as well.
All right.
Um,
All right.
but the
Thank you, Shannon. Freedom, what's up, dear? Hop on, Freedom.
Hey. Okay, how do I say this? Tariq, you do realize that the entire planet cannot distinguish between foundational Black Americans to Africans to Caribbeans, Caribbean people to people moving from Africa to America. You realize you're all Black, right?
And
You
you
do realize
and
that.
you realize that many people cannot distinguish between a Japanese, a Chinese, and a Korean. They're all
Right.
Asian, yet
Hey,
they
so
have
you
their
remind
unique
yourself if that's
unique ethnic groups, right?
but Tariq, let me finish. You always cut me off. I'm trying to bring you a point and I'm always respectful to you.
Let's go. Go ahead.
He ain't gonna answer, Dorsey.
What I don't understand is that like I've been in your spaces a few times and like you put down people from
I
Africa.
do
Like
not. No, I don't.
you know, you don't you I mean you don't like throw curse words, but you're basically saying you're not me, so you're not a part of us. So it's like, what?
That's
What
not
are
a
you
ma'am.
doing?
That's not a put down. I have a unique ethnic group. The woman who called up was basically trying to pretend to be us, and she's not. That's not a put down. We come from two different ethnic groups. This woman was too ashamed to even name the country she came from. I'm not ashamed of my lineage. So that makes us different even in that respect. Right? Uh-huh.
Okay, well, that woman before, I have no idea why she couldn't say where she was from.
Right.
But
Yeah, I
I
don't come
think
from that.
I
None of my
just think like
you
I
ask
mean,
anybody in my
you
family
don't
where they're
see
from,
white
we'll start naming
people.
it
You don't
off.
see
I
white
go
people
ahead.
saying you're not from here, so you're not one of us. I mean, it's like
No,
ridiculous.
she's not of my lineage. Yeah.
Not her. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about all the other people that
Right.
came in here.
Yes, none of these people, we respect their lineages. They have to respect ours. What we don't want is people coming over tethering off of our lineage, pretending to be from our lineage, and then trying to act as representatives for us when they don't have our lineage and our collective interest in mind for betterment. So that's a problem. We don't want
But you
outside.
realize the collective world has no idea how to distinguish the two or three,
Yes,
however you're.
they know. Oh, yes, they know. Because listen, the collective world, they're influenced by foundational Black American culture. When you go around the world, they're dressed like foundational Black Americans. They're not
Fact.
dressed like Ethiopians. When you go around the world, they're not dressed like Nigerians. When you go around the world, they're not dressed like Caribbeans. They're acting, speaking, dancing, and carrying themselves like foundational Black Americans. So
Do you
people
think
do
they
know.
sound like you?
They
Do you
absolutely
think
do not.
in
Excuse me.
your room?
They do what?
Do you think people in your room right now? Do you think they're as educated and speak eloquently like you?
Many of them are,
Yeah.
yes. There's a lot of people here. We got Dr. Randy Short here, who I'm about to let up. It's a brilliant
Oh,
guy. Brilliant, brilliant. We
okay,
got a lot of brilliant people. Sister Brooke, brilliant, beloved sister.
Facts.
We got a lot of great minds. We Sister Wani
okay,
comes in and out. We have brilliant foundational Black Americans in this room. But go ahead, dear.
okay, dear.
All right?
Thank you,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, goodness. Okay, let me get Dr. Randy Short in the building. Speaking of, and we got highly intelligent people, man. We got the master teacher,
Hell
Dr.
yeah.
Randy Short, in the building. Dr.
Shout
Short,
out to
how are you,
Randy
brother?
Shorts.
Blessed, man. And
Round of applause for you. Got to give you a round of applause.
oh my God, your teaching tonight. You should be president of Harvard
Man.
and Howard too. Oh my
Facts.
God. Oh my God. And just, oh my God. Brother, we have to tell people the truth. Did you, this is something. It's really bad when folks they do the Elvis Presley thing to us as well.
Yes.
And it's wrong. It's sort of like I have a friend, a good brother, who's Russian and Nigerian by background, but his son is named Fela Kuti. But Fela Kuti is doing a very bad version of James Brown. Fela Kuti learned he was black in America now. He's like the king of Afro pop, even though he's deceased. And they're so proud of Fela Kuti, but Fela Kuti learned that here.
Right.
It's all from here. And we're not mad at them for doing that. But Fela Kuti can't touch Louis Armstrong. He can't touch Fat Waller. He can't touch Miles Davis. He can't touch anything here. I ain't mad if they like him with that slow ass shit that they listen to. Okay. But he's copying something. And this is one of the things I don't like about Scam Africanists. Okay. And, you know, I was talking to Sister Wani. I think you just mentioned her. We talked for about 3.5 hours today. And I was talking to her about all the Pan-African work I used to do. And here's the thing I want to tell everybody, which is why I'll be goddamn, Tariq, if anybody try to correct me. I was in a Pan-African group, did everything, and I asked, hey, can we ever talk about America?
Oh,
can we ever talk about the police kill?
Hold on, everybody. Why, Kwame, why are you mad, man? What's going on? What's happening? Huh? What did Dr. Short do to you, man? Dr. Short didn't even do shit to you, man. You wilding out, man. Is this Caribbean fatigue or something? What's going on, man? Why you acting like that towards Dr. Shorts?
And I stopped. They didn't give a damn about anything that happened.
Uh-oh, Dr. Short. Uh-oh, Dr. Short. Where you at, brother?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you kept going. You're going in and out.
You know what that's about, right? Because when Sister Brooke came on, I couldn't hear one word. I just got off the phone with her. They attacking your space because you're teaching so hard. But I was saying, when I used to do all kinds of work with Pan-African groups, whenever you would ask them, can we do something, or even talk about Black American stuff, they would laugh. In fact, they wouldn't even meet, or they would say, none of y'all are interested in us. I says, well, could we have a meeting close to where we live? No. They want to meet in white areas so nobody Black would come and then curse us for not coming. But they want our effort, but they do not want to share any reciprocity. It's the same way when the Caribbeans went and asked for reparations from England and they got flipped off. When they went and asked for reparations back when Obama was president, there was no mention of reparations for us. Yet these devils come here and denounce our getting reparations, try to sabotage our shit. But when they went to get theirs, they got turned down. Some of them are trying to hijack our stuff here, either deny it to us or say they get a piece of ours. Can you imagine? It's like a home invasion. And no, pardon my language, you got to get the fuck out. It's our house. I don't hate anybody. Just as sure as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to my friend in Malawi whose life I saved. I don't hate folk in Africa, but we got to deal with the fact that we got a cross and a struggle and a cause and a history and a legacy and a lineage. And I like the way you delineated with, pardon my language, I'm going to say it, that Bush bitch that you had on. Trying to hook up with that, because to me, if you sold us out, we can't be the same people the same way, no matter how great a general. The best American general in the American Revolution until he sold out was who? Benedict Arnold. But once he sold out, none of the good he did mattered. None of our connections matter at the point that you betrayed us and sent us into genocide and servitude. That's when we cease to be yours. Okay? So I don't hate anyone. I claim my lineage wherever it is, but we've got our struggle here, and you rarely find anyone that wants to stand 10 toes down with us here. There are some, and we love them. And we're not mad about where people see. It's not where you come from. It's what you do once you get here.
Right.
And most of the folks are doing is backstabbing, betraying, doing basically a foo-foo Elvis Presley act. And we're not taking it. And brother, keep standing. Let me land so other people can talk. But brother, keep doing it. You have me up here laughing at 4 o'clock it's 5 o'clock almost. It's true. Delineate, emancipate, and then compensate.
Yes, indeed. Good man, Dr.
Facts.
Short. Give it
Go
up
on,
for
Dr.
Dr. Short,
Shorts.
ladies and gentlemen. Big GT.
Hey, yo, he is right about that, man. And like, yo, Africans and Caribbeans, they are doing the Elvis Presley shit. They taking our old shit and saying that they did it. It's just because nobody never heard of it. But Dr. Shorts is right about that, you know. We gotta be personally honest.
What's happening, man?
You can't be coming out here and lying like this. I thought you was a historian, my guy. You're not telling the true history yourself.
Okay, what's the lie?
happened.
What's the lie?
That your ancestors also tried to enslave other Africans and got enslaved themselves.
None of my
Like, you have to tell the truth. Yes.
No, they didn't.
Yes.
It's your musty people that got.
That means that can't be, bro. It can't be.
It was your musty ancestors that were selling.
It can't be. It can't be, bro.
ancestors.
Like, you have to accept it 50-50.
It ain't no
One of your
50-50.
ancestors was a slave catcher, and one was a victim of a slave
And
capture. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes.
My family were the victims of your musty ancestors, sir, and that's why y'all failed now because of the karma.
I heard your ancestors were in France selling slaves, my guy. So I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Your history of your family is even booky. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have any French in my family, so I don't know what
Okay.
page you got that from. So you tethers lie. So that's y'all were lying back in the 1400s and you're lying now, sir.
Bro, this like you had EJ up here coping, that special needs kid that should worry about improving his grades in school, not worrying about Africans and fly squatting and shit. He probably shits his pants still. He can't even go toilet by himself, but he's talking about other...
Well, at least there's a toilet to go to. I mean, you guys come from where you're wiping your ass on the curb, sir. You're shitting on streets and on the pavement, sir.
Facts.
So you cannot talk about our brother EJ, and you have to wipe your have to wipe your ass with ostrich feathers, sir. So you're not going to say anything about our brother EJ at all, sir.
I've seen videos of people in the South shitting in the streets behind their...
I've seen nobody in the South of the United States shitting in the streets unless they're homeless.
I've got the video.
Unless they're homeless and crazy, or your fellow tethers. Yeah, we don't do that.
Tariq, I've got the video.
No, you
Tariq,
don't.
I've got the video. Don't make me post it, Tariq. Don't make me post it, Tariq.
You don't have a video.
Don't make me post it.
No, you don't have a video of us doing that, sir. No, that's not part of the culture, sir. They have to have signs in your homeland telling you to chill out with shitting on the streets, sir. I mean, good grief. That's why you're up there in the UK right now, stanking, eating some English muffins, sir. So just recognize that you have to split from the shit. All right, let's just keep it a buck. All right. So anyway,
the obsession with shit and
get out of here. All right, you had to split from the shit. All right, let's get Bad Ika in the building.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm a Somalian tether.
Okay.
And I want 50 lashes for all the disrespect these tethers from Africa bring over here.
Shout out to
and disrespecting our brothers. And you know, in Africa, especially Somalia, we don't have a country. We don't know how to run a government or anything. We're running from our country, we're coming to America, and we're disrespecting our brothers, African American brothers. I don't accept that, you know.
There you go. Now I appreciate you calling them out. Captain, what's up, Captain?
Facts.
Captain, you can unmute that mic. That'll be phenomenal. Captain. Mr. Captain, that would be great.
He was right about that, man. They come over here wilding out.
Oh, yes, indeed. Captain, where you at, man? Hurry up. Get up in here with that janky phone. All right. All right, let's get Descendant. Let's get Descendant up here. I remember you from the other day. I can't remember what the conversation is. Descendant.
Descendant.
Hop in, Descendant. Mr. Descendant, it would be great if you can unmute your mic. There's some connectivity issues going on, so usually it's like that with tether phones.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you guys got going on, but both of your phones are having a janky time loading up. All right. So while we're waiting on that, let's try. Let me get a new face. We've been in here for a long time, by the way, too. We've been up here for a long time. Let's get Captain. Let's try Captain again. And then we'll get Descendant again. Captain, you good?
I'm good. Hi, Tariq. How are you?
I'm good, Captain. How are you? What's on your mind?
Yeah.
Hold on, Descendant. Descendant, hold on.
No, hell no. You do that every time, bro. Trash.
Okay, you're just gonna bogart your way in like this is the immigration office? I mean, you got to sit down and you gotta sit down and take a number.
Janky ass shit. You're like, I'm gonna bring
you gotta sit down and take a number, sir. You just can't run across the border. This is not the U.S. border where you just got you a bag of bushmeat running across the damn field. Calm down. Descendant, what are you upset about? Descendant, what are you upset about, sir? Okay, you're just not going to just start talking all willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Just bogarting your way in. No, it don't work like that, sir. You got to sit down.
He's right about
put some
that.
deodorant on and wait for your number to be called. All right, while we're waiting on Descendant to demystify himself, let's get Captain. Captain, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, thank you, Tariq. So I'm sympathetic to the concerns of the so-called Foundation of Black African. I'm quite sympathetic to that.
What's a foundational Black African? What's that?
So, just based on your definition, you're talking about a new species of Africans, according to you, if I understand you correctly, that are a product of not just the American social political context, but as well as slavery. So there is that.
No.
This man's living in a white man's society.
Man, if you don't shut your ass up. But yeah, that term, foundational Black African,
that dude keeps on interrupting. I think they're gonna start having a good conversation. I feel it, but white dude, he's feeling a certain type of way.
Contradicts itself. You're not foundational because Africa's been around for millions of years.
And you're still living here on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay, I'll get you in a minute, Descendant. Calm down. I'm not talking to you, sir.
Descendant is
I can't wait. Let's do this.
I don't know what's going on.
But Descendant, you're gonna have to respect our African brother, though. All right, he's talking.
I do respect that. I don't respect you because you're simping people.
Let him talk. You're not in a
Descendant. Do what I did.
Let me talk to my brother.
Go eat a goat or something.
All right.
Eat a goat.
All right, Descendant. I got you. You're not going nowhere, Descendant. Okay. I got you. I got to talk to my brother.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I
can't wait. Let him go.
All right.
Let him go.
All right. Now, Captain. Yeah, like I said,
thank you.
Descendant of.
I don't know why niggas can't respect rules. It's so weird.
Right.
Anyway.
But yeah, the descendant of Black Africans, that's a contradictory term. And we're not descendants of Black Africans. We're descendants. We're foundational Black Americans. You said foundational Black Africans. We're foundational Black Americans.
Yeah.
Don't get shit up. By the way, you're on Twitter right now, simping people. So. That's the thing. Let the man go.
I'm doing what to people? What?
Let the man talk. You're a simp. Go ahead.
Okay, you're just saying random words.
Okay. Yo, this guy.
Yeah.
No, he's talking about like, I'm so African descendant.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, because I'll get you in a second. I just took you off because you act like he thinks this is the immigration office. But yeah, foundational Black Africans, that's a contradictory term. Yeah, we're foundational Black Americans. Facts. Yeah, Africans been around for a long time. Everybody
Are you suggesting? Are you suggesting that you have no African origins?
never
Is
said
that
that.
what you suggesting?
Didn't say that whatsoever.
Then, but why isn't the African in your description of this new species of Americans that you are so concerned
Because
about?
I'm not a continental African.
Facts. He's
See?
right.
So when we refer to white Americans as Italian American, European Americans, do we deny them their Americanness? Is there something wrong with that particular description of this species of people?
Yeah, most white Americans, they don't really identify as Italian Americans. Yeah, they would do that when they first immigrated here. But
But what are your presidents doing going to, Ireland, Joe Biden, Obama, everyone with even just a dot of, a small percentage of Irishness, they always want to go to Ireland.
Facts.
What's that about?
I don't know what that. I don't even know what that means.
get what
I'm
he's
just saying,
saying.
us, we are foundational Black Americans.
So I get what he's saying. He's saying that it's weird too. It's how he said it. I don't agree with it, but I kind of agree with it. So he was saying that when white people identify themselves, they identify themselves as European American. I mean, Italian American, Irish American. I get what he's saying when they do that, but they don't do that as much in America. They don't be like, oh yeah, I'm Irish American or I'm Italian American. They be like, I'm white, you know? And Africans and Caribbeans and Pan-Africans have to understand that when we were doing that, when we were saying everybody was black and stuff, y'all was the one that was saying that no, y'all were not black, you know? So nigga, y'all fucked yourself over. You know, when we were saying this, when we were doing all of this, you know, you was telling us no, we're not, you know? So yeah.
Can't claim Africa. Africa doesn't claim me. I don't have any citizenship
Well,
nowhere in Africa.
you are generalizing. That's the issue, Tariq. You talk as if you've met every single
I
Africans
don't
and
have
as
to.
though
Well,
Africans are a monolith.
right, but no African nation has granted us easy citizenship and given us anything. So why am I claiming anything in Africa when nothing in Africa is giving us anything? Right?
Yeah, that's Africans have been busy fighting for their own freedom
Right.
and so to be honest with you, and also fighting for economic
Right. So
freedom.
why should I?
That
So
many
why?
of them
Okay.
were
So
less.
you're doing you, and we're doing us. So why
Yeah,
should we claim you?
but what does that translate to? I am not African, denying your ancestry.
Yeah, everybody has African ancestry at one point.
Yeah.
Right?
What I am saying to you is something a bit more
No,
fundamental than
sir.
that,
Everybody,
Tariq.
sir. White people got African ancestry. That's why when they do DNA tests, there's some African DNA that shows up there. But they've
Yeah,
had
but
an ethnogenesis just like we had an ethnogenesis, sir.
Remember I told everybody that I was like, yo, we can't be like, oh yeah. I said we can't be like, oh yeah, these people are black Americans, these people are African American and stuff like that because technically no, we can't be like, oh yeah, this ain't our land and stuff because white Americans can sooner or later say, oh yo, I have African DNA in me. I can claim Africa. Remember I was saying that like 2 episodes ago? This is an old topic that Tariq Nasheed's talking about, but he can't claim Africa because at the end of the day we have no we don't have no rights to it, you know? It's like people who've been there for like 200, 300 years like their family has, maybe thousands of years, and here I come, my happy ass who've been in America forever trying to claim it. You know, it's not right.
If we get into evolutionary biology, we are going to have several contestations.
Right.
You're taking it for granted that those issues are self-evident. There are, when you talk about evolutionary biology, there are areas where people are still debating, but your ancestry as an African is not in question, is it not?
Everybody has African ancestry. That's what I'm saying, sir.
Okay, so to put it differently, your ancestry. Okay, so for example,
I don't have any African relatives in Africa. I can't
So,
go.
so you you
I
you
can't
you you
point to a
claim you
cousin.
claim your
I
roots to
can't listen.
Africa are just the same as that of the
I
Chinese. Is
don't
that your
have
claim?
a cousin or an uncle or an auntie in Africa nowhere,
He's
sir.
right.
This is what I'm saying.
He's
Okay, so
right.
for somebody to belong to a people, they must have a people in that
Yeah, that's what
particular.
a lineage. That's what a
He's
lineage is.
right.
When you can trace cousins, grandmothers, aunts, uncles. That's what a lineage is. You can trace specific
So
people.
me as an African in Europe, if all my peoples were to die, God forbid, then I'm no longer African based on that view.
That doesn't
Is
make
that
any
what you're saying
sense.
to
That
me?
makes zero sense, sir.
You are suggesting that if you don't have people on the continent of Africa, then you're not African.
If
So if by some misfortune, my entire clan
He's
were
playing
to pass,
hypotheticals. This is why I
then I'm no
hate.
longer African.
no,
By
because
He's playing hypotheticals. This is why I hate hypotheticals because it barely happens. So this is why I always tell people don't do hypothetical. I don't like hypotheticals, but I'll do it once in a blue moon with y'all. This is
some
you
why.
know
miracle I
that
become
clan. No, 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 no,
European and
no,
only
no, no.
European.
That's like saying if my mother and father died and my grandparents died, that I'm no longer American. No, because I know them. I know the
But that's
lineage.
exactly what you're
That's
saying to
not what
Rick.
I'm
You're saying you have
saying,
no
sir.
African
That's
ancestry
not what I'm
because you have
saying
no
because
aunties on the
that's
continent of
not what
Africa.
I'm
That's
saying
what you're
because
saying.
I still know their lineage. I still know my family's lineage. In Africa, if your people died tomorrow, you still know their
Miss.
lineage. You still know who your
But
cousin
if I was
was.
an orphan who was picked up by some white family and I do not know my people, and
Fuck is he
everybody that
talking
could tell me
about?
about my people is dead, would that mean I'm not African?
Yeah, well, sir, if you have not been there for damn near half a millennia and you've had an ethnogenesis and those nation states don't even exist no more, then no, you're not that no more, sir.
Which nation states are you
Yeah,
talking
none of
about?
them, none of the nation.
The,
But sir, I've been here
give
longer.
me an example of
I've
an
been
African
here.
nation and people that
I've
don't
been
exist from
here.
which you came.
My family has been here as foundational Black Americans longer than damn near all of those African nations that are currently
Facts.
there now.
I
The
said
only
that.
African nation that was there then was Ethiopia, pretty much. But other than that, those African nations have been
That is
remixed.
not historically true.
Those,
We know African kingdoms that exist to this day that have
He's
existed for
right.
thousands of years.
I,
The Shonas, the
those are
Bugandas, we have
tribes.
the
Those are just tribes. Those are
Ashantis.
just tribes. Those are tribes. Those are not kingdoms no more. Those are
But Africans
tribes.
are a tribal people, just like Europeans were a
Right,
tribal
but no, no,
people. They were not
those are
nations,
roaming
but
those are
tribes.
roaming tribes, sir. Those kingdoms no
But so
longer
were
exist.
Europeans.
Right, but yeah, those are
The
roaming. So
Saxons
yeah,
and the
so
Scots,
sir,
they're all
slow
just a bunch of tribes.
down. Those roaming tribes have been remixed, so they roam one place, then other people become.
Remember, I told Kwame that. I just told him that. I was like, "Yo, that stuff has been mixed and mingled." I said, "Yo, those countries is barely new. It's fairly new, and it's not shitting on Africa, but it's telling the truth. Watch, listen to."
The
Those are just tribes. Those
Ashantis.
are just tribes. Those are tribes. Those are not kingdoms no more. Those are
But Africans
tribes.
are a tribal people, just like Europeans were a
Right,
tribal
but no, no,
people. They were
those
not
are
nations,
roaming
but
those are
tribes.
roaming tribes, sir. Those kingdoms no
But so
longer
were
exist.
Europeans.
Right, but yeah, those are
The
roaming. So
Saxons
yeah,
and the
so
Scots,
sir,
they're all
slow
just a bunch of tribes.
down. Those roaming tribes have been remixed. So they roam one place, then other people become part of that tribe, then they move a little farther south, then other people become parts of that tribe. So it's a rotating tribe
Facts.
that
I said that.
rotates people, sir. It's not the same group of people. You understand? So yeah,
Not
they
Central
rotate
African.
in Rome, and then what
Can
happens?
you give me a concrete example of such a people? Is what I'm asking. Because the Scots are a tribe. They maintain their distinct identity, so do the Irish. In Africa, the Bashonas. They've existed for a very long time. They're an ancient people.
Mm-hmm.
So are the Bugandas. So are the Bembas. They're as some of them are as ancient as Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
which people? Give me an example of a people
now,
in
are you
Africa
saying now
that
what?
are a
Now,
new
which?
people
Slow
that are no
down.
longer the people
Now,
that they've
which
always been.
tribe do you say have been there longer than the people of Egypt? Are you saying they've been in the same location?
I said they are as old as the people of
Have they
Egypt.
been in the same
Remember, are you
location?
familiar with the Bantu migration, Terry?
Have they been in the same location?
Are you familiar with the Bantu migration?
Yeah,
No people
yeah,
have ever been in the same.
they've
No
always
people have
moved
ever been
around.
in the same place all the time. Africans were nomadic.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The people move around, they migrate all over, so they're not in one spot. That's why
Tariq, Tariq, Tariq.
we can't claim any of those areas because they've been revolving and moving and being remixed for centuries. So they cannot point to one group of people over there and say, "Hey, you're part of that."
This is the
Because
concern I have with
okay,
Black Africa.
man, family, and this guy is proving my point for me, and he knows this. You can't point to no group in Africa now and say you're that. They've been remixed too much over there. They've had their little ethnogenesis. They've been tribes by name, but the people have been remixed. So yeah, we're different. We've had an ethnogenesis. That's what I'm saying. So I'm
I'm
not.
asking you which people are those? I studied African history. Give me an example of such a people. You're generalizing.
You just did,
Africa,
sir. You've
there are
already
more
did. You've already said that
there are
they've
more
moved around.
differences between Africans than.
You've already said how the people have moved around and had Bantu migrations. You
Will you
said
allow
that.
me to clarify?
You
Because you
said
keep
that,
on
sir. I'm
muting me,
agreeing with.
Tariq.
We're actually in agreement, sir. So I don't know what the difficulty is. We're in agreement, right? And we had a
Will
foundational
you
Black
allow
American.
me to make my point instead of
Yeah,
muting me?
yeah. You're not muted. You're not muted, sir.
Oh, okay.
Go
So what
ahead.
I'm saying is, here's how Africans lived. There were tribes in Africa where, if, for example, certain seasons it gets dry in one part of the country, they would move their cattle to the place which is raining. But when that place becomes dry, they'll cross the river to the part which is raining. They would move looking for food. It doesn't mean they change the country, they just change parts of the country.
No, the country has changed. The ecology
What
has
do you mean the
changed.
country has
Yeah, if
changed?
there's a drought, a lot of those places, like the Sahara Desert was not always a desert. There were tribal groups on there thousands of years
We
ago.
know where our
Listen, and
ancestors
when
are
it became,
buried
and
for
when it, listen, come on now. When it became a desert, people had to move somewhere else. So they had to migrate based on ecology, environment, invasions. When the Muslims came, those Arabs came invading Africa. When the Hyksos came invading Egypt, people had to move here, move there because of certain circumstances, just like us, our circumstance. We came here, we were brought here, and we mixed in with the other black people who were here for thousands of years. That's called an ethnogenesis, sir. So
America is about 500 years old.
yeah,
There are nations
but
in Africa that are older than that. What are you talking about,
sir,
Terry?
most of the nations over
You are
there
younger than the
now,
Zulus in years.
sir.
And yet you discount the Zulus and you take
No,
America
no,
seriously, which is
no, that's
500
not
years
true. The
old.
Zulus didn't get by name until like the 1600s. The Zulus are
The
relatively new.
Zulus are Ngunis. Zulu is a new name, but they're Ngunis.
Right. So
And
the name,
Ngunis
right.
are
So
all
the
over the South.
names. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, the Zulu. That name is not an ancient thing. That name has only been around for a
But
few hundred
Ngunis are
years.
an ancient people.
Yeah, but yeah, they got remixed and they brought in other people, mixed in with other people, and then in the 1700s, they became the Zulus then, sir.
Mixed with who? Give me an
With other people
example.
who
We marry
migrated
each
down in
other
South
as
Africa.
Africans. It
With
doesn't.
other people who migrated down there in South Africa. You have all types of different tribes that are nomadic.
Which ones is the question I'm asking?
Dude, you got all types of them. What you mean?
What you
Which
need?
all of them are nomadic? Sir, what tribal group has been in one place in Africa for thousands of years? Who? You tell me. What group in that? What tribe has?
Unmute me.
Okay, there you go. What tribe has been in Africa in the same place for thousands of years?
Okay, so
That's a
for
question.
example, the Bemba people, one.
Bemba, where in
The
what
Shona
location?
people
What
of
location?
Zimbabwe. The Shona people of Zimbabwe are so ancient that some of the structures that have been built in Zimbabwe are older, or even as old as parts of Egypt,
Right.
is the point I'm making.
The Bemba people are where?
Of Zambia, for example.
In Zambia.
Yes,
Okay. And
the Mwatakazembe people,
the Bemba
the
people have been
Ushis, the Bisas, the Luvas of Zambia.
the Bemba.
And
Are you
Congo.
saying the Bembas have been the same group right now? That's
Same group, same place. we can trace their kings as far, they're much older than America as a people.
Okay, and here's the problem. If they've been there for thousands of years and people don't even know how to build roads and toilets and infrastructure,
What has
and they're still
development got to
struggling,
do with
we
whether a
ain't that.
people are
I ain't
ancient,
that.
Derek?
I ain't that. Okay? I ain't that. If y'all been there that damn long and you still shitting in the streets, I'm not that. That
Who
proves that I'm
said
not that.
people shit on the
There's
street?
something
That's
they
just
ain't doing
that's
right.
a cheap
We
shot, Derek. You know
no
that.
no no. We got a
People are
different
shitting on the
mindset.
streets in San Francisco. What are
No,
you
they're
on
not. No,
about?
they're
That's
not.
a
No,
cheap
sir. We're
shot.
not still living in
You're
dilapidated
shitting on the
villages.
streets in San Francisco.
If you've been in the same damn place for 1,000
America
years,
is developed. Why are
and
people
you
shitting on the
shitting,
streets in San
and
Francisco?
you are sitting in a dilapidated village shitting on the sidewalk, we're different, sir. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
just a cheap shot. Let's have
That's
an
not a
honest
cheap
conversation.
shot. Let's keep it a buck. That's not a cheap shot.
Yeah.
I'm different. We're different. We're not the same as the foundation of Black America. We
Yo.
built all types
You're
of shit.
different because
We
you are
built all
bigoted.
types of
That's
shit. No,
all,
sir.
Derek. You're
We built all
different
types of
because
shit
you're
within a
bigoted.
couple of
That's all.
hundred years. No. We built all types of things within a couple of hundred years. Sir, you're not going to tell me I'm the same as a group that's been in the same place for 1,000 years and they have not built roads. They still got dirt roads, huts, and shitting on sidewalks, sir. We're different. And
Our
you prove
ancestors
that.
in your blood,
Yes,
they
indeed. Thank you so much. You
disagree.
proved my point. Thank you so much. Thank you for proving my point, sir. All right. Thank you for proving my point. We're different. We're very
Listen
different.
what he said, everybody.
Are you familiar with the Bantu migration?
Yeah,
No people have ever
they've
been in the
yeah,
same.
they've
No
always
people have
moved
ever been
around.
in the same place all the time. Africans were no.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The people move around, they migrate all over, so they're not in one spot. That's why we can't claim any of those areas because they've been revolving and moving and being remixed for centuries. So they cannot point to one group of people over there and say, "Hey, you're part of that."
This is the concern I have with Black Africa.
Family, and this guy is proving my point for me, and he knows this. You can't point to no group in Africa now and say you're that. They've been remixed too much over there. They've had their little ethnogenesis. They've been tribes by name, but the people have been remixed. So yeah, we're different. We've had an ethnogenesis. That's what I'm saying. So
I'm asking you, which people are those? I studied African history. Give me an example of such a people. You're generalizing.
You just
Africa,
did, sir. You've already did. You've already said that
there are
they've
more
moved
differences
around.
between Africans than.
You've already said how the people have moved around and had Bantu migrations.
Will
You
you
said
allow
that.
me to clarify?
You
Because
said
you
that,
keep
sir.
on
I'm
muting me,
agreeing with.
Terry.
We're actually in agreement, sir. So I don't know what the difficulty is. We're in agreement, right? And we had a
Will
foundation
you
of Black
allow
America.
me to make my point instead of muting me?
You're not muted. You're not muted, sir.
Oh, okay. So
Go
what
ahead.
I'm saying is, here's how Africans lived. There were tribes in Africa where, if, for example, certain seasons it gets dry in one part of the country, they would move their cattle to the place which is raining. But when that place becomes dry, they'll cross the river to the Platte, which is raining. They would move looking for food. It doesn't mean they change the country, they just change parts of the country.
No, the country has changed. The ecology
What
has
do you mean the
changed.
country has
Yeah, if
changed?
there's a drought, a lot of those places, like the Sahara Desert was not always a desert. There were tribal groups on there thousands of years ago.
We know where our
Listen, and
ancestors
when
are
it became,
buried for
listen, come on now. When it became a desert, people had to move somewhere else. So they had to migrate based on ecology, environment, invasions. When the Muslims came, those Arabs came invading Africa. When the Hyksos came invading Egypt, people had to move here, move there because of certain circumstances, just like us, our circumstance. We came here, we were brought here, and we mixed in with the other black people who were here for thousands of years. That's called an ethnogenesis, sir. So
America is about 500 years old.
Yeah,
there are nations in Africa that are older than that. What are you talking about,
sir,
Terry?
most of the nations over
You are
there
younger than the
now,
Zulus in years.
sir.
And yet you discount the Zulus and you take America seriously, which is
That's
500
not
years
true. The
old.
Zulus didn't get by name until like the 1600s. The Zulus are
The
relatively new.
Zulus are Ngunis. Zulu is the new name, but they are Ngunis.
Right.
And
So the
Ngunis are
So
all
the
over the South.
names. This is what I'm saying. The Zulus. That name is not an ancient thing. That name has only been around for a
But
few hundred
Ngunis
years.
are an ancient people.
Yeah, but yeah, they got remixed and they brought in other people, mixed in with other people, and then in the 1700s, they became the Zulus then, sir.
Mixed with who? Give me an
With
example.
other people who
We marry
migrated
each
down in
other
South
as
Africa.
Africans. It
With
doesn't.
other people who migrated down there in South Africa. You have all types of different tribes that are nomadic.
Which ones is the question?
See, this is why I always tell people all the time I don't like hypotheticals, because this is where hypotheticals can go. It can go left, and it just doesn't make sense to have hypotheticals with people. That's why I always tell my coworkers, don't do hypotheticals. Hypotheticals get you in a situation where you're answering dumb shit, you know? So, yeah.
And I'm asking.
Dude, you got all types of them. What you mean? All of them are nomadic. Sir, what tribal group has been in one place in Africa for thousands of years? Who? You tell me. What group in that? What tribe?
Unmute me.
Okay, there you go. What tribe has been in Africa in the same place for thousands of years?
Okay, so
that's
for
a
example,
question.
The Bemba people, one.
Bemba, where in what location? What location?
Zimbabwe. The Shona people of Zimbabwe are so ancient that some of the structures that have been built in Zimbabwe are older, or even as old as parts of Egypt. Is the point I'm making?
The Bemba people are where?
Of Zambia, for example.
In Zambia.
Yes,
Okay.
the Mwatakazembe people,
the Bemba
the
people,
Ushis, the Bisas, the Lubas of Zambia.
The Bemba,
and
are you saying the Bembas have been the same group right now? That's
same group, same place.
We can jerk off right. I just see that right.
They're much older than America as a people.
Okay, and here's the problem. If they've been there for thousands of years and people don't even
Listen
know
to
how
this,
to build
everyone.
roads and toilets and infrastructure,
what has
and they're still
development got
struggling,
to do with
we
whether
ain't that.
people are
I ain't
ancient,
that.
Derek?
I ain't that. Okay, I ain't that. If y'all been there that damn long and you still shitting in the streets, I'm not that. That proves that I'm not that.
Who said people shit on the streets? That's just a cheap. That's a cheap shot, Derek. You know that.
No. We got a
people are
different
shitting on the streets in San Francisco. What are you on about?
No, they're not. No, sir,
shot.
we're not still living in dilapidated
You're shitting
villages.
on the streets in San Francisco.
If you've been in the same damn place for 1,000 years.
America is developed. Why are people shitting on the streets in San Francisco?
And you are sitting in a dilapidated village shitting on the sidewalk. We're different, sir. That's what I'm saying.
That's just a cheap shot. Let's have an honest conversation.
Shot. Let's keep it a buck. That's not a cheap shot. I'm different. We're different. We're not the same as a foundation of Black America. We built all types of shit.
You're different because you are bigoted.
All types of shit. No, sir. We built all types of shit within a couple of hundred years. No, we built all types of things within a couple of hundred years. Sir, you're not going to tell me I'm the same as a group that's been in the same place for 1,000 years and they have not built roads. They still got dirt roads, huts, and shitting on sidewalks, sir.
You sound like me,
Our
man.
ancestors in your blood,
yes, indeed. Thank you so much. You proved my point. Thank you so much. Thank you for proving my point, sir. All right? Thank you for proving my point. We're different.
Yeah.
We're very different.
It's a wrap.
I'm not going to be in the same place and with a damn dirt road. Ain't nobody figured out how to make concrete and asphalt yet? Huh? And we over here got 50,000 patents coming out of slavery? And we're the same? No. Yeah, no disrespect. I'm not even saying that to be disrespectful. I'm just saying that to be logical and practical. Yeah, we're different. That's what I'm saying. We're different. Yeah, I'm not claiming that. Yeah, I'm foundational Black American. Yeah, I'm not claiming that. We got all the tethers in. Pia's about to come.
Shit.
The tethers are mad now. The room is getting real musty. We got a Pia. The room got mud. They didn't like that. They don't like me bringing those truth. We got Ashy Pia. He's in here. He popped up like a musty candy man. Ashy Pia, what's happening?
disgruntled wannabe white Tariq.
Oh
What's going on?
Lord, that's you projecting, Negro. That's you
Okay.
projecting. That's you when you ain't over in Ghana. You over here in L.A. with me, in the city that my people got popping. Shout out to Biddy Mason. But go ahead.
All right. I'm not even going to get
I
into
know
that
you're
part.
not, but go ahead. You're gonna get into
You
your
was
Uber and drive us some orders around, but go ahead.
yeah. I'm trying to do that real quick. But before I do that, let me ask you a
Ask
question.
me up here.
So if you tell me, you're telling me, right, per your own statement, if the Tariq family, right, let's say move from the
Oh
United
shit! This
States
is why I said I don't like
and settle, let's
hypotheticals,
say,
everyone.
in Morocco, does that mean that they lose their family, clan, heritage, lineage based on the fact that they move from one place to the other?
Yeah, if I'm in Morocco for 500 years, then yeah, there's going to be an ethnogenesis that happens in that time space.
Okay, what's your definition of
That
ethnogenesis?
means you become a whole different ethnic group based on ecology, environment, experiences, and history and lineage. We have a very
Okay,
unique lineage that's unique and different from yours, Apia. That's why we're different.
listen, the only thing I agree with you today, right, is the fact that we're different. Clearly, we're different, bro. We are 100% different. Like, come on, dog. Ain't no way you would find an African with such mindset like yours.
You
So we
damn
did.
right. I agree. I
Listen.
agree.
You would
You damn right, because my mindset is not to flee. So you're right. I agree.
listen,
I agree.
listen, listen,
Yeah, my mindset
listen.
is to stand on business and not flee. So yeah, I agree.
Okay, all right. Let's bring it back to LA.
Mm-hmm.
You and I are in LA, right? So we can talk about LA
Mm-hmm.
now. Okay, let's look. Let's use the black community in LA as an example. You live in Chalkworth, right? That's where you at.
Uh-huh.
Okay, great. It's not like Inglewood, right? You know that there's gentrification going on in Inglewood.
Yeah.
They've moved the black folks all the way to what's the name? Almost 100 miles away from LA. What's the name?
Lancaster, there are a lot of black,
Yeah,
yeah,
etc.
Riverside,
Yes,
all over the place. Yeah, they got black folks all over the place based on their
exactly,
economics. Yeah.
exactly. Listen, which part of Lancaster is right there? You know the big talk you're doing, all the rah you're doing. Look at Lancaster.
What about it?
A very terrible place.
No, it's not. No, it's
Nothing like.
not. No, it's not.
Come
Lancaster's
on,
not a
come
terrible
on,
place.
come on,
Terrible
Terry.
how?
You know,
Terrible
listen,
how?
you know listen,
Terrible how? No, no, no.
drugs.
Terrible
Listen,
how?
no, no, no.
Terrible
I'm
how?
telling you.
Terrible
Listen.
how? Answer the
Uh,
damn
Let
question.
me tell you then. Let me
What you
tell you.
talking about?
Right?
Terrible?
No. Let me tell you. First of all, right? When we talk of poverty, like first
Ain't no
class poverty.
poverty in no damn Lancaster like
What?
that. What
What?
poverty?
You ever been there?
Yeah, I had a house in Lancaster before.
Listen. When we talk of
You got a bunch of
abject
suburban
poverty.
homes in Lancaster. It's not no
Oh no!
poverty
Please
out
stop
there
it.
like that.
Stop it.
What
No,
poverty in
stop it, Tariq.
Lancaster?
No, Tariq, stop it. Stop it.
What
All right.
poverty
Lancaster.
is okay? You ain't just gonna sit here lying. What poverty is in Lancaster? Lancaster, the cost of living is hella cheap out there. What poverty is in Lancaster?
Okay, let me ask you. You're gonna say, you saying that
Okay,
the black folks?
what's that in the background? Okay, what is that?
Man, cut it out.
No,
Cut it out.
are those kids in there?
What has that got to do with the
What are
conversation?
them
My
kids
question
doing
to
up
you
this
is:
time?
are you saying
What are
that?
them
See, the
kids?
way
Wait,
you
hold
talk, you say
on.
you stand.
What the hell are them kids doing up this time? It's like 2 in the morning. What them kids doing up over there? Do you have them kids up there doing Postmates orders with you? What the hell are you doing with them kids up late? Hold on. Why you got them kids up delivering Postmates? What the hell is wrong with
All
you
right,
up here?
all right,
Hold on,
that's a good
hold
one.
on,
Back to the
hold on.
subject
Wait,
matter.
There's a little African kid at my door. Hold on one second. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, shit.
Wait a minute. I got an African kid. I think it's one of your kids. Come up here. Wait.
Hello? Hello? Open the door, nigga. Hello? This is the Peter Jr. Open the door. I got some dead taco for you, nigga. Open the door. It is cold out here, nigga. The milkshake is going to melt, nigga. Open the goddamn door. I gotta go back home to daddy. It is cold out here. I'm going to freeze in my dashiki, nigga. It is. Hurry up, open the door and get the Burger King order. I'm wearing flip-flops and an overcoat. Open the door, nigga.
All right. right. I had to pee. I'm sorry. All right. Any last words to pee? I had to get you, brother. I'm sorry. How you got?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say
There
either.
you go.
Hey, I'll see you later. I ain't got nothing to say
There you
either
go.
today.
Thank you. All right. You got them damn kids up this time of night. Good freaking grief. Oh, goodness.
Shit.
All right. Anyway, y'all, look, I'm going to be on here. I'll be on here all night with y'all messing around.
Yo.
All right. Let me get up out of here, family. Let me begin on that note. Yeah, and everybody, listen, I need everybody to go to Hidden History Museum. Make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum, everybody. That is our institution. Grassroots from top to bottom. Everybody contribute to the Hidden History Museum at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. We got a great book you can get at the website called Hidden Heroes from A to Z. Phenomenal book. Go to rootworkstyle.com to get your Rootwork deodorant, rootworkstyle.com. All right, and go to microphonecheck.com to get the greatest movie on hip-hop, Microphone Check at microphonecheck.com. All right, I'm up out of here, guys. Popia Kute, Lullabuve to the family. Peace.
Good way.
Oh man, everyone. So that answers our question today. I'm gonna land a little. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna land, but there's no need for Black Americans to move to Africa. If you move to Africa, that's on your own will, and there's some shit that you're probably going through a midlife crisis, you know. And I'm gonna be personally honest. Black Americans is doing great here. I don't think you would want to move to a third world country where you're going to have to take your own money. Give me a second. You'll have to take your own money and create, build, basically start all over. It's not worth it because at the end of the day, your ancestors will be insulted because everything that they did for you in America, you gave it away. You threw it away and gave it away. You went from having a better life anywhere in the world into having a poor life, starting over again, you know. It just doesn't make sense, you know. You don't know what these Africans, and I'm gonna be personally honest, we don't know what these Africans' intentions is when you do move to move to Africa, the continent of Africa. Do they see you as a brother? Do they see you as a sister? Do they see you as a friend or a family? You know, so at the end of the day, the best advice I can give you is stay in America. You know, live comfortable here. Make this your home. You know, Dorsey was right. Ray was right. Why would you leave something that everybody is coming to? It just doesn't make sense. It's like, that's why I always tell people, they're like, yo, why don't you go to Jamaica? I got a ticket to go to Jamaica. I don't want to go to Jamaica because all of them Jamaican niggas is coming here. Like, it doesn't make sense. All these people are coming here for a reason. But I'm going to land here, and I want to thank everybody. We did a 3-hour show. I want to start off by thanking Kwame. Who's this? Ray. Was this the 13516? E-Will, Convo, FBA Convo, Spencer, Dorsey. That's Dorsey. Hold on, let me see what the other one is. Give me a second, everyone. Let's get mixed up who's out. Oh yeah. Let's get it, 0004. Shout out to all of y'all. Thank y'all for staying on the show. We did a quick show tonight. Thank you, Ray. I do appreciate that. I try. Definitely. We got another show tomorrow. We will be talking about. Give me a second. I'll tell you what we're talking about. We'll be talking about the death of the red pill. You know, so Shout out to all of y'all. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for the likes, comments, donations. Thank you for everything, everybody.